muted. Here we go. And we're live. Pep Talk boys. Alby here tonight for the boxing on the Sky Sports and Boxer show. You got Eubank Jr, Hughie Fury, Savannah Marshall. Ritson was going to be on the bill. We'll talk about that in a little bit longer. So everybody, please, could you please subscribe, Pep Talk boys. If you're a fan of Pep Talk UK and you follow the channel, please come over to the Pep Talk boys now. We won't be anything anymore on the previous channel, Pep Talk UK. So if you come to Pep Talk boys, we would really appreciate that. Hit that notification bell, like the video, and get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking of tonight's fights. We will go through them. I will get them right up right now. You got Fury versus Hammer, which is an interesting fight. Where do you think Huey Fury is going to be going in the future? Do you think he'll be fighting for a world title anytime soon? Do you think he'll be getting into the mix, European title mix? I'm not too sure if Huey Fury at the moment. We'll see where he goes tonight against Hammer. Not really expecting too much, but hopefully it turns into a great fight. Obviously, you got Dickinson making his debut. Looks like an exciting prospect, so it'd be great to see what he gets up to. You got another fighter, Robinson versus Barlow. No relation to Ken Barlow, but hopefully that'll be a great fight. And then you obviously got the world title fight, Savannah Marshall, who I'm really, really looking forward to, because Savannah Marshall, she's fantastic. She's looked fantastic as a pro. She's looking good fighting the opponents that she's fighting. Obviously, we want that big fight against Clarissa Shields, so that'd be very, very interesting. And what about the fights earlier? If any of you guys in the comments or watching tonight, did you watch the fights earlier? You saw April Hunter getting her pro defeat. Absolutely shocking display, I thought, from her tonight. Didn't perform to the best of her abilities. There's some nice moments at times, but I thought she definitely did lose. And she stormed out the ring, wasn't very happy with her performance. And where does she go from here, people? So you've got the neutral corner boxing in the house tonight. Hello. And Rena Young also in the house. Much appreciate all your support. Looking forward to the fight. Obviously, we had Tyson Fury fighting last week. Huey Fury fighting tonight. The bill was just started on Sky Sports, so it looked very interesting. Tonight's card, I was looking forward to Lewis Ritson fighting. It'd be interesting to see where he could have gone, but obviously he's pulled off the bill for being ill, so that's unfortunate. But also before we get started, I would like to also say check out the videos on the Pep Talk boys YouTube channel. Joe's done some great interviews the last couple of days and the last week actually. So the Mark Tibbs interview, fantastic, go see it. Also, he's done a great interview with Dean White that we put up today. Also, another great interview. There's also some other great interviews also on there with Coach Xavier Miller and pro boxer Kay Prosper. So please check them out, and there'll be more content coming your way. So please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, Pep Talk boys, and let's get ready for fight night. It looks like Huey Fury is going to be on quite early tonight. So what's your thoughts on Christian Hammer then? You thinking it's going to be an interesting fight or not? Do you reckon he's going to cause many problems? Looks like a good atmosphere there in Newcastle. They're looking forward to it. I said some of the earlier fights, I'll go through them now. We had Webster looking great, got a great victory earlier on in the night. I think O'Connor got a win. She looked great too. The Ray fight versus Smith, that was a great fight. Brad Ray versus Jez Smith, I absolutely loved watching that fight. That was a good old tear up, really got you ready for the live show. So if you didn't see it, go check it out on YouTube, Sky Sports Boxing. That was a great little tear up if you're waiting to watch this Huey Fury fight, if you've got a couple of minutes. And obviously we saw Hunter versus Bavington, and Bavington causing the upset, getting the victory there, taking the unbeaten record of the home fighter. Hunter, she didn't perform well, as I said earlier. Didn't look like she was up to scratch. Unfortunate, as obviously high hopes on her. Hopefully she bounce back. As we always say on Pep Talk, it's not always the end of the road after a defeat. You can come back stronger. So hopefully she comes back, maybe gets a rematch, and then if she gets a win in the rematch, she can move on to better things. But going on to the main show, I think we've got Huey Fury versus Christian Hammer coming up next. Coming up first, I thought it might have been higher up on the bill. I'm not too sure though. We got Robinson versus Barlow, and we got Dickinson making his debut against Bovicevic, and then you got Marshall going against Christian Hammer. So Marshall going against Muzeya. So yeah, unknown quantity Savannah Marshall tonight. The opponent that she's fighting, you don't want to take lightly. Obviously, we saw last week when Shannon Courtney got beat against Jamie Mitchell. Bit of an upset in people's eyes, but she come game, took the title from her. I know she got stripped on the scales, but she still beat her in the fight. She come in heavier, Courtney. She still got beat. So look, let's not take any of these opponents lightly. The interesting one is the Chris Eubank one, because obviously his opponent's 28-1, if I'm correct, 28 or 27-1 his record, and they're saying that he's an okay opponent. But as we saw with Lawrence Okoli when he fought his mandatory opponent, 20-0, wasn't up to scratch. So look, we need to see what happens tonight in these fights. I'm really impressed. I love a nice Saturday night fight night. Obviously, last weekend was a massive occasion with with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. This one's more like a nice chilled out one. Get ready for it. A couple of big boys there. Robinson and Ken Barlow. Looking mean. So yeah, got the skills with me tonight. Joe's out tonight, so having a gig, so good luck, Joe. He'll be back soon on the old watch-alongs and the lives, and you catch some more interviews with Joe on the Pep Talk Boys YouTube channel. So look out for them. You got Johnny Nelson there as pundit. Cole Frotch looking like he wants to fight as usual. And in the comments got Katas Y88, good vibes, happy times. Thanks for the comments. James Young, you got this. You're looking good, Alby. Thank you very much. Hope you're catching up with the boxing, catching up with the show. Obviously, an interesting evening of boxing. Sky Sports and Boxer collaborating, working together since Eddie Hearn left for the zone. And yeah, some good fights. These after COVID, we want to get these boxers out and get them going in. And tonight, I want Huey Fury to get a good victory. And Savannah Marshall spoke to Peter Fury this week. What a lovely, lovely guy. Me and Joe are going to try and get up to the gym in a couple of weeks and go see the team, and hopefully a couple of good wins tonight. When we go up there, we'll be able to have a chat with them and see what the future holds, and hopefully have some good chats with them. So hopefully get the victory tonight for Team Fury. We had a victory last week for Team Fury against Wilder, so let's keep the trend going this weekend. Hopefully Chris Eubank, see how he gets on, Chris Eubank Jr. And then the one that I'm most interested about is Savannah Marshall, probably my favourite female fighter. We saw a great female fight earlier on the card, and she's really impressed me as a pro. I want to see that Clarissa Shields fight. I want to see what happens in that. Obviously, we know that the only person to ever beat Clarissa Shields is Savannah Marshall, so we want to see that. But here we go at the moment on the Sky Bill, just seeing something to do with Huey Fury and Peter Fury. Let's turn this up and let's see what's going on here then. So yeah, please get into the comments then. So let's see what's gonna be going.
Definitely. I get shit all the time. Anyone will tell you that. Is anyone else?
So Zacharias is saying, I've got the fight up on YouTube. Happy days. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the fight. Get in the comments, Zach. Maybe later on, if anyone's about and that, we can maybe get a few people on for reactions later on. See how it goes. And yeah, please get involved in the comments. Obviously, we've got Huey Fury on first. So what's your thoughts on that fight, people? Let me know. You got there Peter Fury here showing you in the gym some techniques and that for Fury. it's a unique combination. We see a lot of father and son combinations in the world of boxing. This is another one. And Hughie's been in a few tough fights. He's fought some world title challenges, some hard fights. Former world champion in Povetkin, and at a young age he fought for a world title. He's seasoned a little bit now. He's getting to that age. He's got to push on. I would like to see him in more fights with like people like Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, Andy Ruiz. Who else out there? Michael Hunter. Who else have we got out there? People get in the comments. What other heavyweights would you like to see Huey Fury? And this Christian Hammer guy, I feel like he's been fighting these type of opponents too many times. Because when he stepped up to the world level, the steps kind of quite big. So I'd like Huey to find someone now, maybe after this fight, get a good victory tonight, and then hit onto them next opponents that are just that bridge between this level and world level, ready for that world title shot. Because obviously the world title is going to be held up for a little while. We've got Dillian White fighting Awdijan, and if he comes through that, obviously, hopefully gets the fight with Tyson Fury for the WBC title. We've got Anthony Joshua fighting Usyk in the rematch for the other heavyweight titles, and then obviously that's going to take us to the late next year. And so there's a bit of time there. So get maybe one or two seasoned fighters in there that are maybe still on their game, not at their end of their career. As I said, them sort of names, the Andy Ruizes, the Joseph Parkers, maybe Deontay Wilder's someone on there. And Prince Teddy says, "Are you on your own today, mate?" Yes, I'm on my own today. Joe's at a gig. He's in a band, so Joe's performing. So yeah, Joe's at a gig, so good luck, Joe. It's me tonight for you guys, so hopefully you guys in the comments can help me get through it, and we can get through these Sky Sports and Boxer show. Get your thoughts in there. I'm all good, Prince Teddy. How are you? Obviously, Man United lost earlier, so that wasn't too great. So yeah, that wasn't a great result. Still got a bit of a cold. That cold's going around. Everyone's got that cold at the moment, and they got a bit of a cold, bit of a chesty cough. But yeah, I'm all good. Carl Froch looking slick there. Had a bit of a trim up. Here he's looking for a bit of a fight. Roy Jones Jr., Joe Calzaghe. Anyone really who's looking for a fight. Carl Froch is up for it at the moment. But Prince Teddy says Ollie in. We do not want Ollie in. That is definitely not what we want. I'm Ollie out at the moment. But look, there's the heavyweight champion on the screen, Tyson Fury. Gosh, for 2 days I was buzzing after that result. Didn't sleep for about over a day. Just absolutely buzzing. Go back and watch me and Joe's reaction through the watch-along. Absolutely crazy through 3 to round 4. Absolutely crazy.
Great atmosphere building here. As we all waiting in the northeast, it's the big football match tomorrow. First, a night of fights, and Hughie Fury up to add to the heavyweight picture, which is so exciting, man. Yeah, brilliant.
So yeah, if you can please like, share and subscribe to the Pep Talk Boys YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. Me and Joe, and the help of obviously Shaz and other people that contribute, like Kenny and anyone else who's out there that's helping the Pep Talk community. We really appreciate it. So yeah, everyone please get involved. We've got some good content coming soon. Hopefully we're going to be going up to some more gyms. Joe's going to be doing some great interviews. I'm hopefully going to be doing some more interviews. Loads more live shows coming up. There's loads of boxing coming in the next couple of weeks, so that's going to be great for you guys, be great for us. Hopefully get down to some more shows. We're going to get down to some smaller hall shows. Obviously there's some up north that's going on. Black Flash Promotions doing some great stuff. Pat Barrett and the team up there. So going to get up there, hopefully do some shows up there. Got some shows also. Fight Zone's got some good shows coming up. So hopefully get down to them. BT got some shows in November, and then you got the big fight October 30th, Dillian White, Awdijan. So that's going to be a great one. So yeah, please get into the comments, please like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get this evening underway. Hopefully hopefully there's going to be a good opener. I think it's Huey Fury. I'm not too sure, but let me know if you guys know. Prince Teddy, so what are you thinking of the fights tonight? Any other fights you're looking forward to? James Young, any other fights you're looking forward to? You looking forward to this one? Rena Young, you're in there. Everyone get involved. We've done some really good views for the Dean White interview, so everyone, we really appreciate that. Go check it out. He's doing some great stuff as well with his black box promotions and that, so check out Dean White. He's got a show coming out in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks today. If you want tickets, DM Dean White and get down to his shows. Show your support, get involved in the boxing community and check it out. We want to support everybody, so yeah, Dean White, if you want tickets for his show, 3 weeks today, black box promotions, go check it out. And there's shows for coming out in the future as well for that, so yeah, please check that out as well. And also, like I said, we'll be helping out with Black Flash promotions as well with Pat Barrett and that, so hopefully we'll be getting some stuff coming forward with that. So yeah, the neutral corner boxer says Ray vs Smith, what a fight. That was an absolute terror. Ray dropped Smith in the first round with a lovely body shot, and you thought, wow. I thought the size difference would have worked out a little bit as well. Took that body shot lovely, got back up, and really took the fight. And I'd like to see a rematch of that, 10 rounds. I'd see that again. And that's what I like. When people like Eddie Hearn leave for the zone, one door closes, another door opens. And that's the opportunity we get as boxing fans now, that we've got the zone as a platform. It opens up other avenues for other people to come in. So the more platforms there are, the better it is for boxing. So now you've got this opportunity with Boxer, putting on cards like this, giving these fighters opportunities. Me and Joe have had many conversations before where we said, do you want to be a small fish in a big pond, or a big fish in a small pond? And that's what I mean. Like for like people like Huey Fury now, it's much better for him now. He's going to be bigger on Sky and Boxer because he's going to be one of the bigger names. Same for Chris Eubank Jr. if they were on Matchroom. So it's good to be at Matchroom. It's my favourite promotion over the years. I think they've done some great stuff in boxing, but yeah, no, it's great for these opportunities for these fighters and that. So neutral corner boxer says thoughts on DAZN pay-per-view. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one because they said they weren't going to do a pay-per-view outlet, but I guess I knew with Anthony Joshua, if they want to get Anthony Joshua away from Sky Sports, they're going to have to do it for him. And Eddie's kind of said for the big fights, they're going to do that. But look, fights like the Otter Wallen and Dillian White fight, that would have been pay-per-view on Sky. It's not going to be them sort of fights. So this month you had the Fowler bill, Fowler versus Smith, which last week was fantastic. People in Liverpool, let me know in your comments if you watch that. That was brilliant. We've done a watch along for that. And then that's a great show for this month. And then you got the Dillian White Otter Wallen fight involved, and then you got the Mikey Garcia fight tonight versus Sandor Martin, which that's a great build. There's some great up and coming fighters on that. Some tasty little fights. So yeah, join me tonight. I'll be taking a break after this card to refuel, have a little break, and then I'll be back at 1:30 for the DAZN card. People, we're going to do an all-nighter. You know how it goes with me, JLB. I'll do the night shifts. I'll do the graveyard shifts. I've done it for years. We're watching the boxing and the UFC. I'll do it till this day. And yeah, so it's all for you guys. Do you know what I mean? I love talking fights. So yeah, it's easy work. So yeah, please get involved in the comments. Get involved. Yeah, look, neutral corner. Throw some questions. Oh well, I love it when you do that. We'll get involved. We've got this. Haven't we? We've got this. That along with the Fury Wilder, then watch alongs. Yeah, Fury Wilder, beast. If you go back to the Pep Talk UK YouTube channel, which we still appreciate, it's a library of stuff that Probies and many other people over the years that have helped out with Pep Talk, done great work, and for the last 8 or 9 months, me and Joe have been involved as well, and obviously Shaz does some great stuff. Go over to the library, there's some great watch-alongs over the time that we've done all through the night, so yeah, some great nights. Obviously the Josh Taylor Ramirez one, that was a great watch-along. The Billy Joe Saunders versus Billy Joe Saunders Canelo watch-along, that was great. So yeah, there were some great watch-alongs over the way, and there were some before me and Joe were involved as well, so check them out. You got Benji that was involved, Lady Shan, loads of people that have been on, so many to name. But yeah, there was loads, and then the neutral corner from Paul said, who will go for Ben Shalom? It's a good question there, neutral corner. Who will go for Ben Shalom or Frank Smith, eh? But look, first round, Huey Fury and Hammer. Let me know your thoughts, and here we go. We're starting off, and 34 fight for Hammer. Them Skittles stuck in your throat, don't they? Pain. Tastes good, but they're painful. So yeah, Fury looking slick here first round. Not really much action to call there. They're just kind of like no punches really being thrown, a lot of feints. Yeah, Fury feinting up to the head, down to the body, coming in with a double jab. Backing Christian Hammer up onto the ropes. Hammer coming back with a jab of his own, but not really effect. And in close air, Fury goes in with a nice uppercut to the body. Hammer holds him up, and the ref breaks him up. So yeah, some nice action going on there. Hammer just coming in with single shots, swinging shots there. He's hoping for a big one to land, and we've not seen Huey Fury stopped yet in his career, so it's going to take a wild one if it is going to hit him. But he's coming in with some haymakers, all catches Huey Fury with a left hook on the way in there, ties Huey up here, bit of rough boxing, couple of little clubs to the side of the head, and Steve Gray, who me and him have a bit of history with, through a few watch-alongs before. If you've seen some of his decisions, but we're all good tonight, we're all friends. Breaks him up, but yeah, Huey Fury double jab feint, bit sloppy, not really anything clean in all. Both there try trading big right hands. Then Fury again with a little feint, and then they've been tied up. And Steve Gray separates the gentleman here. But yeah, 39 seconds left here of round one. And yeah, just not really any. Oh, nice left hook here from Huey Fury as Hammer steps in there. That was a nice shot. Nice shot there by Huey Fury. Nice solid jab there. And he's got Hammer on the ropes here. And Hammer there backing up on the ropes, not looking like he. How much has he got left, Hammer, really? How much has he got left? And ties up Huey Fury there into the corner. And I'll probably give that to a Huey Fury round there because I thought he landed the more shots, the better shots. So, yeah, 10-9 round there for Huey Fury. But as I said earlier, nothing against Team Fury or Huey Fury or Peter Fury for this opponent. He needs it. He needs to get out there and be active. But after this fight, let's get in with some big boys. Took a big left hook there in the first round. But yeah, let's get to the comments. Prince Teddy said, commentary talking about Huey Fury gaining his man strength. He's 27. Look, sometimes I don't agree with some of the Sky commentary. I've said this many times before. That's why I used to watch these watch-alongs. And that's how I got involved. They say some silly stuff sometimes. Huey Fury's a big guy. I just think he's a seasoned pro now. because he's been around so long. He started very young, but he's had a lot of high level fights. But yeah, round 2 kicking off now. And who else loves these blue and pink bottles? They're absolutely amazing. So round number 2, Huey Fury versus Hammer, and Hammer's coming out with a bit of smoke here, throwing a few big shots, but Huey Fury takes centre of the ring again, feinting to the head and body, but not throwing anything, doing a lot of head movement, but Hammer's getting in close, and nice combination there by Huey Fury, left and right, shakes his head there, Hammer, but he needs to set himself up, Hammer, he needs to throw the jab himself, but maybe 2s or 3s on the jab, up to the head, but he needs to vary shots because he's not coming in with anything interesting. He's just throwing big haymakers, and as I said, you're just hoping for a lucky day with them shots. But Huey Fury takes centre of the ring again, just touching him up really, got him on the ropes. And Steve Gray separates the guys here. Oh, Hammer touching them up a little bit as they broke there. And if I was Huey, I'd maybe work the body a little bit. Because when you've got these experienced vets, sometimes headshots ain't going to do the job early on, you've got to go for the body. But yeah, everyone get in the comments. Let me know if you're watching the fight, how you're seeing the fight going. Zachariah says round 1 to Fury for sure, I agree. The neutral corner, dead round, no action in my opinion. No, totally agree. There's not really much going on. It's a bit touching up, maybe a few shots go in, and then just tie up and Steve Gray pulls the guys apart. But yeah, we're going into the final stages of the second round here. And Huey Fury centre of the ring, popping out a little jab. Nothing really happening. Hammer comes back with his own shot, and then Fury tries catching Hammer on the way in. And yeah, I'd like to see Huey Fury definitely work the body, maybe jab to the head, because he's feinting to the head and the body, but not throwing a shot. I'd like him to commit to them shots, go to the body, open him up so Hammer's hands come down, and maybe come up with an uppercut. Because the uppercut's one of my favourite shots, and I think you could open up the smaller guy and crack him with an uppercut, but Hammer's got Fury on the ropes here. So yeah, let me know, people, what your thoughts are on that second round. We got the neutral corner saying thoughts on Haney moving to 140 due to the fact he ain't getting any fights at 135. Yeah, no, that's an interesting topic. We'll get to that if you can throw that question back to us after this fight, because yeah, that's an awkward division because people ain't fighting each other. That's a live show for another day. I think that's definitely a good suggestion for a live show. What's going on in the 135 division? And then Hammer says blowing heavy after trying to throw a big shot and missing. Exactly. He's not being intelligent with his work. Like I said, work the jab, 2s and 3s, and then maybe go down to the body, or maybe come up with an uppercut of his own shot, or just try and do something a bit. Look, when he's coming in here, he's just for a single shot to the body. If he come in with 1s or 2s with a jab, and then maybe gone down with the right hook to the body, or a right hook itself, or an uppercut, just try and vary it up a little bit. Prince said, he says Huey Fury's proved that you can't live off your name. You can't say that, because Huey Fury's a fighter. He's never been stopped. He's been in hard fights. He can fight. It's not like he can't fight. He definitely can fight. The thing is, it's just development and levels into your fighting. And I think he's still 27. And as I always say on Pep Talk, a loss isn't everything. You can always come back. I think what we don't see nowadays is the beautiful story of someone having 6 or 7 losses on their record and coming up and winning a world title or something. That's what you used to get back in the old days, like the fairy tale stories. It'd be good just to keep supporting these fighters. But I think you've got to think Huey Fury's not active enough. That's the thing. He's just got to get some more fights under his belt. He's got a great trainer in Peter, his dad. He's got a great teammate in Savannah Marshall where they can spare each other on. It's just, it might take him a few rounds to get into it. But Prince Teddy is a great comment. Keep getting involved. Everyone else get involved with us tonight. Pep Talk. Boys, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We need to get some more people involved. Bring you some more content. We've got that coming up really soon. We're going to be going up to small gyms. So yeah, please keep an eye on the channel and hit that notification bell. You'll get that straight away. And you got me commentating tonight, doing 2 shows, and then the DAZN show at 1:30. But yeah, same as the first 2 rounds here. Really, not really much action going on. Good fight there by Huey Fury, but again, the pace is very lackluster. But still, the old Hammer coming in strong there with a couple of wild shots, but putting the pressure on. He's blowing a lot. Yeah. Because you got to remember, there were some good fights against Pulev that Huey Fury had. He had a great fight also against Povetkin. Joseph Parker was a good fight, and so yeah, he's been in some good fights. As I said, he's never been stopped. So yeah, some good stuff to come still from him. Because we're gonna have a positive night tonight, people. Absolutely get involved with the live show, and that's the end of the round. I'll give that to Fury again. Fury's easily comfortable in this round, so I think now probably step on the gas. You've got to try and vary your shots again for both fighters. Both fighters not really showing much imagination, but as I say, it's maybe the inactivity that's causing that. Neutral corner boxing, underrated up and coming fighters. I don't know, because up and coming fighters are surely underrated anyway, but not in the fact in underrated. I'll tell you, people I think could be world champion. I think Hopey Price is a fighter that I really like. I think he will be a world champion under Dave Colwell. Great team there. So yeah, Hopey Price is a fighter, neutral corner boxer. If you like Hopey Price, let me know. Dalton Smith's another great fighter. Him and his dad, as I said, father and son duos. Another great team. So they're 2 fighters that I really like. But yeah, round number 4 has just kicked off, and Hammer comes in like a ball again. Steve Gray having a word with him, saying, "Look, stop coming in with your head, I presume." But Hader, let me know. Is this for a title? Is it? I didn't, because it's a 12-round fight. I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been a 10-round fight. Oh, Huey Fury's down. Well, it's a bit of a bad issue. Nothing to write home about. But yeah, same as the other round. Tying up, bit sloppy. I really would like him to step up on the gas. Really, that's something that I really would. Nice uppercut by Fury. Turned southpaw. It's just so sloppy. Nice uppercut. As I said earlier, people, that uppercut is the shot that I'll be looking at. No, it's not for a title because both have done 12 rounds before, like Parker and others, and Hammer as well. Thanks for letting me know. That's why I want you guys involved, to let me know information like that, to let other viewers at home know. Yeah, so that's why it's 12 rounds, I guess. Then no, seasoned pros get them involved. But yeah, look, another uppercut there with the left hook there by Fury, and that's the difference in this round. Hammer's coming in with the head quite a lot this round, but nice left hook there by Huey Fury, changing up the game, looking much better. And yeah, no, nice by Huey Fury in this. So yeah, get your thoughts in. Please subscribe to the channel, Pep Talk Boys. Hit that like button and also hit that notification bell. We really, really do appreciate it. Hammer comes back with some nice shots there, and that's the end of the round. Hammer making this a bit of a dogfight at the moment. Absolutely, yeah, he's blowing. He's absolutely blowing. Is he saying he wants no more, or is he saying? Or are they saying? Because I thought he didn't win enough. He didn't do enough to win the round, but he done enough to make it competitive. And but it's been very messy. But Fury's definitely won every round so far. The neutral corner boxing says best refs. I like Ian John Lewis. I know a lot of people say it's a bit controversial. Howard Foster's done quite well recently. I know Joe likes Kenny Bayliss. So round number 5, people. Christian Hammer with a lovely right hand there. So yeah, we've got the Sky Sports and the Boxer show. Please tune in. The best watch-alongs you're going to get here is that Pep Talk. Normally it's me and Joe, the double team. Joe's at a gig tonight. Good luck for that, Joe. But yeah, we've got Huey Fury versus Christian Hammer here. Bit of a bit scrappy, bit messy. Huey Fury done some lovely shots in round number 4. Can he do any better now in round number 5? Hammer looks very, very fit, blowing since early on. And again, the ref has to put him apart. Hammer's they're talking to each other. I think Hammer's having a little go at Huey Fury. Oh, nice stuff there by Huey Fury, getting some nice angles there, switching up his stance and that. And he's thrown it on there, the crowd alive. Oh, nice left hook. Hammer's just grinning at him. Oh, it might be a point deducted there. Hammer hitting Fury on the way out. Steve Gray said, I've warned you, point deducted. If he was already losing, he's definitely losing the fight now. And Zachariah says, Fury working well, keep feeding him the uppercut, and we'll knock him out 100%. Hammer's coming back though. He's definitely got to force this fight now, because he's down on the scorecards easily. And Huey Fury, it's a bit of a war of nutrition here at the moment. It's no skill. And the Fury, they're going toe to toe. Beautiful stuff. This is sometimes this is what I love about boxing. Sometimes the skill goes out the window, and it just turns into a bit of a war. Fury's still changing his stances. Another uppercut coming in there as a Hammer comes in with a clinch. But as Zachariah said, it's got to be The uppercut by Fury tonight. Oh, big left hook. Big left hook. And that's the end of the 5th round, people. So the neutral corner boxer says, do you count the IBO a world title? Think about it's kind of a Legends belt won by Eubank, Naz, Hatton, Mayweather, etc. Not at the moment. I don't really count that as a world title, to be fair. Eubank Jr has won that, and I'm not counting that as a world title just because there's so many. I just really wish there was just one world title, maybe just a Ring magazine or something, because yeah, it's just ludicrous with the 4 belts. You've got everyone saying they're number one, and Christian Hammer has been retired. He says the bicep is gone. Yeah, so thoughts on that? Huey Fury gets the victory. Christian Hammer retired, I think, with a bicep injury, as I believe, in the corner. 7 rounds there, but now it's got to be the big fights for Huey Fury. It's got to be the Andy Ruizes, the Joe Joyces, Joe Parker, Dillian White, Otter Walland, Michael Hunter, Frank Sanchez is a fight out there. I know he's up and coming, but he's a big, as we saw last week, he's a big game player in this division. Daniel Dubois. Look, there's many. Look, there's probably over 10 that I've just named there. So it's got to be the bigger fights now for Huey Fury, ready for when that world title comes. I think 2 big fights. If you get victories there, you're on for a winner. And you've got a great team around you with your dad, Peter Fury, Savannah Marshall, world champion. Yeah, come on, let me know. Haydar says, just hearing Huey Fury get the victory there. Haydar says Fury is a fringe world level, in my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think anyone, if they're dedicated, work hard, can get a world title shot and maybe get in there, but there's just so much room for improvement for Huey Fury, I believe. 27 years old, got good experience, and yeah, world title isn't out the realms for me. And look, we've got Joe Randall in the house. Big up yourself, Joe. Yes, lads. Good to be listened. Cheers, really appreciate that. Stay in the comments tonight. And hopefully watching the show. What's your thoughts on Boxer and Sky Sports show tonight? As we said earlier, there's some great fights. April Hunter getting beat. That was a big upset by Babington. She stormed out the ring. Did not like that performance. Also, we saw a big old tear up with Brad Ray versus Jez Smith. That was a nice starter for the evening. And look, we're going to listen here to Huey Fury and Peter Fury and see what they got to say. I'm going to try and get down the gym with Joe in a couple of weeks to see Peter and Huey. So let's see.
First of all, I want to thank Jesus Christ. That's the main thing. And the performance, I just felt into it. Very easy in there. I was going for it, yes. I'd like to see him the light shots and make him see that was the plan. a lot more gears. Last time we kept like short the distance and then going back long. It was frustrating him. He was getting like good shots. He was getting sick in there. And like that's it. Just keep hitting away with light shots to go.
Yeah, the switch hitting as well seemed to work perfectly from the orthodox and the sort of southpaw stance.
Yeah, 100%. I was able to shot stroke for the shots. And nice with gas on getting team.
If there's been any criticisms in the past, it would be that if an opening presented itself, that you might elect for safety first. But tonight you seem to be intent on doing some damage. And do you think, had you not retired, you might have caused a stoppage?
Yeah, 100%. Stoppage was coming no matter what. And you can see how he was getting sick and he's getting hit constantly. Why didn't you ask him how good I am?
Huey Fury saying he's only 50% in there tonight. Just said his dad said keep peppering him and you get him out of there. So look, as we saw in the comments earlier, I thought the uppercut worked lovely. I called out the round before, we started using it and that started working the damage. But yeah, who would you like to see Huey Fury fight next? Joe in the comments says, did you enjoy Fowler and Smith? Yeah, that was a great tear up. Them Liverpool bills are always fantastic to watch. The Ted Cheeseman fight before that was a British classic. Fair play, Troy Williamson. Can't wait to see you fight again. I'll become a fan after that. And yeah, it was a great show. Yeah, we done the zone watch along for that last week. So yeah, cheers Joe, that was a great card. And Zach says he needs to get into the ring ASAP. I agree. Huey saying some kind words about his dad there, thanking him. And Peter's coming in now to say a few words. Let's see what Peter says.
Yeah, you know, for me, there's still a couple of things to work on. You know, what I wanted him to do is not look for picking shots on the outside. I wanted him to do light shots and then come behind with heavy shots. When he's going to do that, he'll bring it up and advance for himself. He's a good combination puncher, and he needs to watch more like that because, you know, for me, the plan going okay because.
So basically, Peter's just saying that he was saying to Huey, throw some light shots and then come in with some heavy shots on the return of the light shots. So there's a bit of tactics going on there. A wily old fox's hammer. So as I said, this fight's a ring rust. On to bigger and better stuff. I really would like to see the Andy Ruiz or Michael Hunter fight. I think Filip Hrgovic is out there. I'm missing out. El Alamel, absolute great opponent for him to fight. Made for a world title eliminator. That could be. So yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see where Huey goes here after that. So yeah, going back to Johnny Nelson and Cole Frotz back in the studio. They've probably got a few interesting things to say. He just needs to work his distancing out, Huey, a little bit, get into the right range, and I think he can tee off some really good shots. He's got a good some good tools. He's got some decent power, and his head movement's good. No, I like Huey. I see some good stuff there. It's a bit like, you know, when Lawrence Okoli was always in them fights where he's clinching too much and it was really scrappy. That's just kind of how Huey's fights go. If he can get out of that a little bit and put a bit more into his punches and work his way in a little bit better with the distance, I think he'd be really, really good. Zachariah says the Parker rematch. That could be a great shout. I'll be up for that. You got Chisora versus Parker, December. No doubt we will try and be down at that show. Obviously, try and give you a watch along as well for that. That'd be a great night. The rematch. Obviously, any of them sort of fights are interesting with it. Derek Chisora. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, please get into the comments. If you guys ever want to get involved, you can see our socials at the bottom. Just check them out and get involved. Also, if you could subscribe to the channel, Pep Talk Boys, hit that notification bell. everyone at Pep Talk, really appreciate it. If you can like the video too, you got me tonight, Alby, taking you through the Sky Sports and Boxer fight night. And yeah, look, been some good fights so far tonight. Obviously, you had your 3 fights on YouTube earlier. I think the Huey Fury one was as well. So hopefully you've all enjoyed it as well. I'll be calling the action. Also join me at 1:30 for the Zone show. Mikey Garcia, who's one of my favourite fighters, multiple world champion, going against the European champion, Sandor Martin, who beat K Prosper, who I spoke to earlier in the week and checked out on the channel, Pep Talk Boys. He wants to go on to bigger and better things soon, so he's going to be watching this fight with great interest. And he's a great guy, Kate, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, please support him when he's next in the ring. But yeah, I'm going to be doing the Mikey Garcia show later. There's going to be loads of other great fights on there, some good up and coming Americans. So yeah, I'll be calling that. If any of you guys want to be joining me for that, you are more than welcome. The neutral corner boxing Hader says Ryan Garcia is injured. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Obviously, Ryan Garcia took a temporary break earlier in the year due to personal issues. It was great to see he had a fight announced against Jojo Diaz. Shane has got injured, but surely the fight to make now is the Devin Haney versus Diaz match. Just to take it just to slot straight in there, no complications. Just get straight in there, get that fight, and then the winner fights Ryan Garcia surely. And then obviously you got Teofimo Lopez versus Cambosa Jr. in there. See who wins that fight, and then it all plays out as it does. And Marvin KO, nice to see you this evening. When Eubank will start, I'm not too sure. I think Eubank. Let me have a look. I've got the card here on my phone. I think Savannah Marshall is the headliner. I'm pretty adamant about that. Haydar is the man to know. He's always in the know. Haydar, you can get into the comments. Let me know. You obviously got Robinson versus Barlow, as I said earlier. No relation to Ken or Peter Barlow from Coronation Street. But we'll see if he's going to throw some bombs tonight against Robinson. Which, look, there's some big boys. I love a heavyweight fight. And you got Dickinson versus, is it Gagozovic? That's a middleweight fight. Dickinson making his debut. I think he's trained by Ben Davison, if I'm correct. So yeah, that's a great fight. So Marvin, I will let you know soon. But yeah, Eubank Jr. versus was it Awdijan? Awdijan. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But yeah, that will be on in a little while. His record's quite good. Oh, Chris Eubank's on next, Marvin. Just come up on the screen. Stay with us. Chris Eubank against Awdijan is on next. And yeah, that's fantastic. That is lovely, jubbly. Chris Eubank on next. People get involved. Yeah, Chris Eubank's on next. Prince Teddy. Prince Teddy. I think they're showing the fights on YouTube. So if you're watching it, let me know. Or if you're struggling to watch it, check on Sky Sports Boxing on YouTube. Nice one, Prince Teddy. You're watching it on Sky Sports. Yeah, so Chris Eubank Jr. on next. Let me know, Prince Teddy. What's your thoughts on Chris Eubank? Do you like Chris Eubank Jr.'s style? Do you like his personality? Is there stuff you don't like? Get in the comments. Also, Marvin, you get involved. Chris Eubank is on next. It's just on an advert at the moment. But yeah, as soon as that comes on, we'll be calling that. I was just saying that. Hate the ads in the middle, Prince Teddy. Me too. Just kills the vibe, doesn't it? As Cassius said earlier, good vibe. We want good vibe on there tonight. And then, yeah, adverts just dye the mood a little bit. But yeah. Chris Eubank, these sort of opponents as well. It's a kind of same sort of situation as I was saying with Hughie. They're not fighting the fighters in between the level that they're fighting at the moment and world level. So when they get to world level, they come a bit unstuck, a bit like Anthony Yard. You need a couple more seasoned fights coming in, so it's good that Anthony Yard's got the rematch against Lyndon Arthur. That's the sort of fight that he needs, I believe, to get that win back, if he's going to get that win back. But obviously Lyndon's a slick operator, got the victory before and is more than capable of getting the victory again, so good luck to both men. Also, these opponents, they just pluck them out of nowhere, don't they? Like, where do they find these opponents with these records? And then you think, oh, it could be a competitive fight, and then they get blown out, as we saw with Lawrence Okoli in his mandatory defence last month. It was 20-0, I think his opponent was, and then it was just no competition at all. But yeah, Prince Teddy says, now Eubank is the one boxer I can't back from the UK. We're getting to that in a minute. And Rena Young says, great Eubank got to watch. Yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. on next, as everyone remembers his dad, Chris Eubank Sr. Had some great fights over the years, absolutely fantastic wars with the likes of Nigel Benn and Collins and Watson and all that. So yeah, even Joe Calzaghe got a victory over Chris Eubank later in his career. So yeah, some great fights that his dad was in. But yeah, also Chris Eubank's had some big fights, hasn't he? He's fought George Groves, James DeGale, Billy Joe Saunders, so he's been in there with a few himself. But yeah, there's a big fight advertised there. Jamal Herring, we done a watch along for that earlier in the year against Cole Frampton. He's fighting Shakir Stevenson, who's undefeated. So yeah, that'll be a great watch along. So yeah, get ready for that, people. Prince Teddy says, love to see Eubank lose tonight. Can't stand him. All seems personal, that does. What's up then, Prince Teddy? Let us know in the comments. Let's talk it through. Let's see what you got to say, and why is it so deep with Chris Eubank Jr. And you got to remember, the guy's not had an easy couple of months, has he? He's lost his brother, which isn't nice. You don't wish that on anybody. And that is something that was very, very tragic. 30 years old. And yeah, so difficult.
Boxing has stood me a good step for these trials and tribulations that life has thrown at me. I have everything I need, but I love the sport. Now with the back in the sky sports, we have no obstacles.
Just showing you some clips of Chris Eubank, just talking about the last couple of months that he's been through. He's obviously got the legend Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest boxers that has ever lived. Fought at multiple weight levels, going up to heavyweight to win the world heavyweight title. He's absolute legend. Obviously, seeing fighting Mike Tyson last year as well. How can you not learn from a guy like Roy Jones Jr.? It's virtually impossible. So, look, the fight he had against Marcus Morrison was a bit of a slobby fight. He showed bits and pieces of what he could do, but obviously it was his first fight in a long time. So hopefully tonight we can see something a bit different. He was meant to fight a few weeks ago. Unfortunately for him, his opponent pulled out, and then the fight fell through with a new opponent, so the fight got pulled. And sorry, that caught me off guard there. Zacharias on 25. I'm not too sure what's that referring to. But yeah, so let me go back to this. So yeah, so the Marcus Morrison fight with Chris Eubank, it was just a bit of ring rust. You can't really read much into that. You got the W, move on to the next thing. This opponent, I'm not too sure where we are with him. As I was saying just a moment ago, that it fell through through a couple of weeks ago when he was supposed to fight 2 opponents in that week. Didn't quite happen. We're here now. Will that affect his preparations? Obviously trying to get down to weight, staying on weight. We know he's always in the gym. He's a workaholic. And that's one thing you can't knock with Chris Eubank Jr. is that he works very hard. He's dedicated. So credit to him. Hopefully he's stayed focused and hopefully he can get a good victory tonight. I'm looking for a nice performance. Joe says in the comments, gutted for Fowler, and yeah, the card was class. Yeah, Fowler's hit and miss for people, isn't he? A lot of people like him, and a lot of people don't like him. And yeah, no, he's one of them fighters that some people would tune in to watch him lose, some people tune in to watch him win. But yeah, Joe, fantastic. Stay with us tonight, mate. Are you watching the zone card later? Are you staying up for that one or not? Let me know. Yeah, Liam Smith, though, I'm a big fan of Liam Smith. He's definitely someone that I definitely had a big interest. He won the world title a couple of years ago. He's come from a fighting family. You got the Smith brothers, Paul Smith, and then the Callum Smith fought last month on the AJ bill, and I just come to my head then that that knockout that he produced was absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. It was yeah, it was crazy. And I remember Paul Smith fighting Abraham. Should have won the world title. Was it against Abraham that he fought for the world title that he should have won? That was a great fight. You see, Stephen Smith had some great fights over the years as well. So Joe in the comments says he totally agrees. He thinks Eubank Jr. is a bit of a tit. As we say, that's not my opinion. That's Joe's opinion. But everyone's entitled to their opinion. This is a fan watch along. So yeah, you fans get your opinions in. Obviously, if it's not too rude or too disrespectful, we will read out all your comments. We love it when you get involved. So yeah, Pep Talk boys, hit that subscribe button, notification bell. Just waiting now for the Chris Eubank Jr. fight to start. Carl Frotz is just talking at the moment. He's saying what he's got to say with Johnny Nelson and Anna. You got Adam Smith there with Matthew Macklin. What's your opinions on them as a team? I like the zone commentary team. I think the zone commentary is fantastic. But yeah, these adverts on Sky are really annoying. But Joe in the comments says Huey Fury is a hard boxer to watch. Yeah, no, there's a few things for Huey to improve on. I have to definitely agree on. As I say, just work the distance is one of the main things, because a lot of the times, like I say, it's a bit like Lawrence Okoli when he used to fight. He used to get tied up a lot, very scrappy, very sloppy, not great to watch. But I think if he can work the distance out, obviously Peter said at the end there was a few techniques that they were working on. They were looking at just touching up with some light shots, coming in with some heavy shots. I said a couple of rounds before, you need to start working the uppercut. He started using uppercut and he started piecing him up a little bit. Hammer was blowing from early on. Not too sure how serious his injury was, but he was losing every round, so no point taking any more punishment really. Like I said, it was a bit of a dust the old cobwebs off of Huey, and I think now, like I say, if he was at Matchroom DAZN, it would be 6, 7, maybe 8 months before you might see Huey again. He's not been fighting regular, but now with Sky and Boxer, they should get up pretty soon, and I'm hoping they can get him some big fights. I said Huey Fury versus Joseph Parker again, the rematch. Andy Ruiz, Michael Hunter, all these big names. Hergovich, Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, some big names in there. And yeah, as I said, spoke to Peter earlier in the week, and hopefully me and Joe can get down to the gym in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see what sort of opponents maybe they're looking at, and see what their plans are for the future, and hopefully bring you that content to the channels, and hopefully Savannah gets a win tonight and we can speak to Savannah down there as well. So yeah, no, please keep involved in the comments, people. Got a double watch along tonight. We've got the Sky Boxer Show now, 1:30, the Zone, Mikey Garcia versus Sandor Martin. Great fight that. Very interesting. Got the European champion there, who's coming off a win against one of our own, K Prosper, who's a great fighter, who I spoke to earlier in the week. Check that interview out on our channel. Pep Talk Boys, Coach Xavier Miller, Dillian White's coach, and K Prosper on the Pep Talk Boys. Yes, that's a great interview, so check that one out. Also check out Joe's interview with Dean White today. He put that out. Absolutely fantastic stuff. His thoughts on the heavyweight division at the moment, and also what Dean's doing at the moment with his own promotion. So yeah, check out Dean White on Instagram if you want to get down to some of his shows, and I'm sure he'll be pleased to help you out with that. So yeah, look to get involved with that, and also up north they're doing their thing as well. Black Flash Promotions with Pat Barrett. Please check their shows out. Look on them on the socials, Instagram, and yeah, check out their shows. They've got some good shows for the small halls, and that's what we want. We want the small halls coming back now. COVID's lifted. We want to get all beyond these small hall shows. So yeah, check out Black Flash Promotions and also Black Box Management as well, promotions with Dean White and Pat Barrett. So yeah, no, that's fantastic stuff there. And yeah, look, Chris Eubank's going to be coming to the ring very shortly. So yeah, it's buzzing there in Newcastle, looking very lively. I'm so glad that the fans are back. So glad. So Chris Eubank's opponent's got a record of 28 victories, 1 loss. We'll see tonight what goes on, really. As I said, not really looking much into the record. We saw Lawrence Okoli fight his mandatory with a record of 20 wins, 0 losses, and he had nothing to show to the table. But yeah, I'm just going to see. So he's coming to the entrance now, and Chris Eubank in the white robe. I think he might look electric tonight. I think he's going to put a performance on. I think he's going to smoke this guy. He's looking like he's come with intentions. He wants to be the main man here at Sky and Boxer. Look at it. Like I said earlier, small fish in a big, or you could be a big fish in a small pond. And there's opportunities for these fighters now to leave people like Matchroom and Queensbury and that, and come over and get their opportunities. As I said, Huey Fury wasn't Matchroom's fault. Matchroom do great stuff. Matchroom put on some great shows, but because they've got such a big roster, it's hard to get fighters on there. It's hard to get Huey the fights lined up. Now here with Boxer and Sky's, he's going to be one of the main attractions, so they're going to be getting him out and getting him lively. So yeah, look, Eubank Jr.'s in the ring. Roy Jones Jr. It's always great to see Roy Jones Jr. in the ring, and he's going to be ready to get this underway. And look, this is adverts again. Just absolutely frustrating with these adverts. You just want to get there, feel the vibe, see what they're fighting in the ring, and just get involved. But yeah, we're back to the action now. Chris Eubank Jr. got the gold boots on tonight. Like I said earlier, he's got the white robe on with the gold trim, doing the old moonwalk while throwing some combinations. But yeah, so a few of you in the comments tonight, you don't want Chris Eubank Jr. to get a victory. What's all that about? We want some positivity. We want to get get some positive going around him. And look, these British fighters, we want to get him. We want to get him in these big fights. This is what we want. So we need the victories to come. Obviously, people talking about Billy Joe Saunders. Would you want to see that again? I wouldn't mind seeing the Triple G fight. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Triple G. What's your thoughts on that? Let me know. And just waiting now. I think they're just announcing the fighters in the ring. But yeah, if you're waiting for a moment, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Pep Talk Boys. Hit that notification bell. Obviously, all our solo going across the bottom. So if you ever need to get in touch with any of us, just follow us on our socials. And yeah, we're happy to get involved. But yeah, 26th opponent. Look at his record, you'll say it's great. But who's he fought? There's not much on him. Like looking at him physique wise. So his shorts are like 3/4 lengths. I don't like that. I don't like the old 3/4 length shorts. I remember through the like early 2000s and going up to the late 2000s, everyone wore long old shorts. Not really a fan of them. But yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. there. Joe in the comments says Triple G would smash him. So yeah, that's Joe's opinion. No, that could happen. It probably will happen, but you just don't know. Do you know what I mean? I thought James DeGale would have beat Chris Eubank Jr. I want to just see improvements. I just want to see good fights, and that's what we're all about here at Pep Talk, giving you the great watch-alongs for these good fights. Like last week, Wilder, Fury 3, fantastic. As I said earlier in the year, we had the Josh Taylor Ramirez one, Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo, some great watch-alongs. Also, Fight Camp, there were some good watch-alongs too. And here we go, round number 1. And let's see what Chris Eubank brings to the table. His opponent with the purple shorts with yellow feathers, or looks like a pair of curtains. His butt bouncing up and down. He's light on his feet. And yeah, let's see what goes. Chris Eubank's not really doing anything at the moment. Just touching each other up, really. Nothing. The right aim about it in the first round, in the opening minute. Just Eubanks just seeing him out. A couple of feints with a jab. His opponent's taking centre of the ring. Just being light on his toes, up and down. They both go through exchange there, tied up. The referee separates the guys, and then back again. So yeah, can't really pronounce his name. Awdijan is not really doing much. He's just standing in the centre of the ring. A couple of feints, bobbing up and down. Eubank's not really doing anything. He's not light on his feet. He's flat-footed. They're just touching each other up really first round. I would like Eubank to step on the pace a little bit more. I know it's only the first round of 10, but so I wonder why this one, hey though, if you're out there, was this one not 12 rounds and only 10 rounds? Would have been interesting if this was a 12-round fight. But yeah, not much action really going on here in round number 1. 30 seconds left on the clock. Thought something might have happened then, but no, just like I say, just feints, touching each other. Awdijan has not really done much himself, just light on his feet. Comes in with a nice combination there on Chris Eubank. It was a nice combination at the end there. So yeah, I'm going to give that an even round. You know me, I do give out even rounds, but it just not much was going on really to write home about, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, that's the end of round 1. We'll be going into round 2 very shortly. Let me know in the comments what you think of the opening round. What you think that Chris Eubank's got to do to up the tempo. I took a nice straight left there, Chris Eubank, and done a nice job of his own there, but that's why I gave it an even round. There was not much in it at all. But we're going to be going into round number 2 very shortly. And they've got the old trainer camel, which is pretty smart. I do like that. And round number 2's got underway people. And straight again, Chris Eubank's opponent takes centre ring. And he's dancing in his purple shorts. They're just so big, so big. But yeah, let me know, people, how you think the first round went. Hughie Fury got a win early on, and we got Chris Eubank Jr. here in the second round on the Sky Boxer show. So very unentertaining first round. I'll give it an even round, and it's just pretty similar here in the opening minute of the second round. Oh, nice left there by Chris Eubank. He's just comes in with a single right hand also there, but he's not really setting his shots up. He's coming with feints, but I'd like him to see maybe come in with a jab a bit more. He's trying the Roy Jones old technique, but it's like he's trying to counter him and him with the one shot, but obviously there's only one Roy Jones Jr. I'd like to see Eubank come in with a double jab, maybe jab to the body to bring the hands down of his opponent, and come in with a big right hand or come up with an uppercut. But we'll see how the fight goes in. They're tied up at the moment, but he needs to vary his shots. But yeah, his opponent, he's light on his feet. He bounces really well, does some good feints, not really throwing much back of his own, but he's coming there with a left hook, not really connected, but he's not really doing anything to cause any issues for Chris Eubank Jr. But he's there, centre of the ring. He's coming. Well, he's on the at the moment, but in the first round, he was coming forward. And it'd be great to see a little bit of variety of shots, really, from both fighters, because it's a very boring opening couple of rounds here. Joe in the comments says Eubank would have this by the 5th round. He looks confident. Yeah, he does look confident, but he's not setting his shots up. And yeah, he easily could take this guy out if he connects. Anyone in boxing can take someone out if they hit him on the chin at the right point, or any point of the head. You've seen it with the shots to the side of the head and the back of the head. But with the way this opponent's fighting, I'd like him to see jab to the body a bit more, as he's doing now. As I've said that, he's just done that, but we got to the end of there's a slip there. Not a knockdown, it's a slip. We come to the last 10 seconds of the round, and yeah, it's not a great watch, if I'm being completely honest. I can't lie to you, I can only say what I see, and it's not a great opening 2 rounds. That's pretty smart. They're showing you on the screen a like a ring map, and it shows you where the area is covered in the round, and that it says Eubank covered a bit more. Yeah, first round I thought his opponent definitely put him on the back foot a bit more. That round he come forward, so very interesting in these heat maps. I think that's really good, the area maps where they are and all that. That's nice by Sky. Definitely step. And Joe says in the comments, he isn't doing much, but he would just unload on him. Yeah, true. But look, sometimes you've got to knock these trees down a little bit by, like I say, work the body, get the guy's hands down a little bit if you want to land that big shot. And yeah, round number 3 is just kicked off, people, of Eubank Jr.'s fight on the Sky Boxer show. Please get involved in the comments, like and subscribe. Pep Talk UK, Pep Talk Boys. Hit that notification bell, and yeah, get involved. Prince Teddy says the zone will definitely be looking to copy them. Yeah, no, it was nice, wasn't it? That map was really nice. I really like that. It was intriguing to see the distance and that was covered in the last round. But there we go. Look, double jab. Nice there by Eubank. Something a little bit different. That's it. He's working the jab now. Start popping that jab out a little bit more. And as I always say, the jab's the best weapon you can have because you can open up so many doors with that if you use it in the right way. But always took a couple of clean shots, Eubank, as his opponent steps in. Yeah, working the body a little bit there, jab to the body, nice. He's definitely on the front foot here, Chris Eubank. Oh, he's took a clean one there on the way in. The referee separates them, but yeah, it's not very entertaining. He's trying different shots here, trying to work his angles, trying to get in a little bit, trying to get the distance because his opponent's very light on his toes, so it's hard to get the distance. Look, he's holding as soon as he gets in. Look, oh, that's nice. And as Joe said in the comments, he would look to unload at some point, and he looked to it. Then look, load of jabs coming in there, but he left himself open as he closed the distance there, Chris Eubank Jr. But yeah, he's trying a few more things here, which is good. And as the rounds go on, you might find some openings. A nice left hook, and yeah, livening up a little bit here in round 3, going into the latter stages. And yeah, no, I'm happy with this round. I think Chris Eubank's thrown a few more different ideas to the table, and he's definitely made his opponent think a bit more. And just keep working that jab. That jab's working lovely. Sometimes go to the body, that'd be good. And as Joe said in the comments, he's definitely going to look to unload at some point. And that's the end of round number 3, people. Get your comments in. What you're thinking? Chris Eubank Jr. is warming into the fight. He hasn't had a fight for a while, and I definitely think that he's definitely warming up to this fight now. Some lovely shots coming in at times. Obviously, I think he needs to be a bit more accurate with his work. Maybe be a bit more busier when they come in close. Sometimes he's not finding the distance as easy as he could do, but that comes down to ring rust. Let's get it right. When you haven't been in the ring for a while, it takes a few rounds. But look, as we're seeing some highlights there, some beautiful stuff by Chris Eubank Jr. And hopefully he can get the victory tonight. And how many rounds do you think it's going to go? Joe says by 5 earlier. Do you agree with him? And we're just stepping up now into round number 4 of this contest. So yeah, no, absolutely enjoying this Sky Sports Boxer show tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic. The earlier shows were great too, and we're here now at round number 4 of this great fight night tonight on Pep Talk. Boys, we got this card, and then we've got the zone card later. Mikey Garcia versus Sandor Martin, and loads of other great fights. You've got Soto on there in a world title fight. A couple of young prospects that are really great. But yeah, join me at 1:30 tonight for the watch along on the zone. Garcia versus Sandor Martin, the European champion. Tune in. And yeah, round number 4 here. Chris Eubank Jr. is on the front foot. I'd give him the last 2 rounds, even first round, maybe even second round. But if you want to just push it for the aggression, and as you saw on the map, it's good to see the distance because you can see if people there, how they're moving, if they're putting the aggressive footwork on in the fight. And I think Chris Eubank Jr. is doing that. But look, some wild swings there by Eubank. That looked very, very amateurish. He does have some tendencies where he does do some wild swings like that, and it didn't look very pretty, but he's still on the front foot. The first round, if you notice, his opponent was definitely on the front foot, standing on the centre of the ring. This time he's now on the ropes, moving around. And yeah, Joe, definitely 100%. That was a wild hook there by Chris Eubank Jr. It didn't look pretty, did it? It wasn't a good moment there for Chris Eubank Jr. But yeah, round number 4, going into the last minute. Good shot there by Chris Eubank. And putting the pressure on, he's definitely winning this round. And his opponent, yeah, he's definitely gone on the back foot. Maybe felt a bit of power in the second round. And he's retreating a little bit. Nice body shot. But yeah, also, as he comes in, he's taken a few shots. Took a nice left hand there on the way in there, Chris Eubank. But he's still on the front foot, comes in with a left hook. It's gone back to that single shots again, and it's not what you want to be doing. You want to be setting these shots up. Comes up with an uppercut. Because Chris Eubank might be one of these fighters that the better the opponents, the better he'll fight. And the opponent, if he fights someone not as a great, on the same level, when he doesn't have that motivation, he might think, no, I'm not really up for that tonight. But coming to the end of round number 4, look, get your thoughts in, people. Let me know what you're thinking of this so far. I'll give it a Chris Eubank round again, but they're showing you that wild swing, and that was a crazy wild swing. Absolutely ludicrous. So everyone watching, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. Pep Talk boys, great night of action tonight. The boxing, check out, we've got interviews on the channel as well. Joe done some great stuff last week, so yeah, please check out the interviews, and also hit the like buttons on all them interviews, and also please hit that bell. That's the most important. Hit your notification bell so you get all the notifications for any new videos and all the latest stuff. So yeah, get involved. But yeah, round number 5 is just about to definitely kick off, and it's underway. Round number 5. And Chris Eubank's on the back foot early on in this round. I haven't seen that for a couple of rounds, have we, so far? So we'll see how this round goes on. But he connects with a good right hook. Got my Kronk boxing top on tonight for this watch along. After last week, Tyson Fury getting the victory, I thought I'd do the Kronk boxing shirt for this show. I was hoping we would get some of that Kronk style fighting tonight, the gold knockouts and some heavy hitting. We've got a heavyweight fight coming up later with some of the local lads, I think. So look, they might not be household names, but people, please stay tuned. And oh, big right hook there by Chris Eubank Jr. Nice. Probably the best shot he's hit this evening. Took his opponent off his feet, and yeah. Here at Pep Talk, we definitely like seeing the up and coming fighters. So we've got a few of the youngsters coming up after this, and hopefully they can impress and get some big victories. But yeah, Chris Eubank stalking his opponent here. He's got the upper hand by coming on the front foot now. Like I said, in the first round, I thought he was on the back foot quite a lot. His opponent had the centre of the ring. He's stalking his well, but he just needs to set his attacks up better. He needs to line up his attacks. He needs to vary his shot. Look, come here. He should have gone to the jab there to the body, maybe jab back up to the head, and then try and come up with an uppercut. because his opponent's going to look for maybe he's going to think that Eubank's then going to come up with a hook, maybe bring his hands down a little bit or maybe widen them a bit, and then come up with an uppercut just to mix it up a little bit. But going into the final minute here, and it's definitely a Eubank Jr round again, 100%. Tied up at the moment. Referee lets the action play out, and as back to work for you, stalking his opponent, got him on the ropes, work that body, trying to rip that body there. And the aura from his opponent from the first round is completely different now. And Joe's round 5 prediction be coming in here. His opponent looks very weak here, shaking the arms out a little bit, retreating. And Joe nearly paid off that prediction going into the last 10 seconds. So yeah, Mr. Randall nearly got that one correct. So yeah, look, we've got a few of you watching at the moment. Get in the comments, get involved. Let me know what you think of the fight night tonight. How you think Chris Eubank's performing? Who have you liked seeing so far? What do you think of Huey Fury's performance? What do you think of the shows on YouTube? April Hunter with a shock loss to Babington. You saw an absolute war between Brad Ray versus Jez Smith. That was an absolute tear-up. See Savannah Marshall there, my favourite female fighter at the moment, along with Katie Taylor, defending her world title. Do not take her opponent lightly. We saw Shannon Courtney last week get defeated for her world title, although she lost it on the scales, but she still lost the contest when they stepped into the ring. Jamie Mitchell getting the victory. So look, this girl's going to look to take the title off Savannah Marshall, but Savannah Marshall is one of the heaviest hitters. And again, another fight pulled. He's gone out. So this is 2 fights in a row. Eubank Jr is not happy. It's over. So Joe says Eubank threw some class body shots. Prince Teddy says don't really rate Eubank, but he's got a proper left hook on him. Jesus Lopez, nice to speak to you, Jesus. Jesus Lopez, shall I say. I think there will be no knockout. That's true. The fight's been pulled, but yeah, please get involved with the comments. We really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. Pep Talk Boys. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like on the video. Mr. Jones says, who's winning? At the moment, Chris Eubank Jr has won. His opponent's been pulled at the end of round 5. Same as the Huey Fury fight and the fight before. Look, Chris Eubank Jr is not happy. He wanted to carry on. I said in round 5, look, Joe Randall, props, mate. You know your stuff. You said round 5, it'd be done. Round 5, it was called. So that's what we got here with the Pep Talk Army. You lot know your stuff. So keep getting involved. And let us know. So Mr. Jones, we've had so far, we had Huey Fury win by referee stoppage. No, not referee stoppage. The corner stopped it. Round 5 against Christian Hammer. You had Hunter got beat by Babington. Hunter was the local favourite. She got beat by Hunter. You had Brad Ray versus Jez Smith with an absolute tear-up. That was a fantastic fight. Check it out if you haven't seen it. You had O'Connor. She fought. She won. And then you had Webster. He got a great victory well earlier on in the night. So they were the early cards. Then you had Huey Fury beating Hammer, as I said. Corner stopped after round 5. And also Eubank Jr versus Awdijan. That got stopped after round number 5 as well. So in a moment, we've got Dickinson versus Gagosevich, which Dickinson's making his debut. I think he's trained by Ben Davison, if I'm correct. Meant to be a really good prospect. So He's going to be on the bill. That'd be great to see. Then you've got Robinson versus Barlow in a heavyweight fight. I want to see a heavyweight. I want to see a knockout. I want to see a good old tear up in that one. And then we go into the main event, which would be Savannah Marshall versus Muzeya for the world title, defending their strap. And as I said last week, you can't take any of these challenges like as we saw with Jamie Mitchell beating Shannon Courtney and claiming her world title. We got Vidal Riley and Dave Allen doing a watch along there for Sky on their channel. Vidal Riley, he's retired. I've heard. I was looking forward to seeing him back in the ring. So yeah, bit gutted that he's not getting back into the action. Yeah, Joe, does that go down as a 5th round? Well, yeah, Corn stopped it in the 5th round, and yeah, fair play. What do you get? You get so far. You got the correct prediction. So yeah, we'll have to think about a prize for you. But if any of you are listening to the show, let me know what Chris Eubank's saying. I've got it down on mute. So if you can let me know in the comments, Joe or Mr. Jones or Jesus Lopez, Prince Teddy, Hader, get in the comments. Let me know what Chris Eubank Jr. is saying. I'm going to call him Prince Nassim then. Can't say that, can I? Disrespect by myself. A wooden spoon for a prize, that would be great. A nice wooden spoon. But yeah, it's a bit frustrating for Chris Eubank Jr. He's not been active again. Another fighter, not really active often, is he? He's not been fighting as regular as he should have done. He should have fought a couple of weeks ago, but that didn't work. So he just needs to get into a rhythm again, and he's got an opponent here who's just backed down. He's just not really. He's obviously come for a payday, and it's got to be really frustrating for him. Evolve Sky and Boxer, I think they got a show maybe November the 20th. I'd get him back out on that as soon as possible. Same with Huey Fury. Keep the momentum going. I'm sure there's some fights out there. You got Martin Bacoli, who's another great heavyweight. Oh, so he was told he was fighting an orthodox fighter. That's what he was told the opponent was. Oh, and then his opponent wasn't Matthew Macklin just said Chris Eubank Jr. would beat Triple G. Does any of you guys agree in the comments with that? That Matthew Macklin just said that Chris Eubank Jr. would beat Triple G. Look, everyone has their opinions, don't they? I don't think that's correct. I think he would struggle with him, but I still want to see the fight. Like, why not? Let's just see the fight. Let's see how it plans out. Let's just go with it. There's no point not seeing him. We're not seeing any great fights anyway, so I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with Andrade for the world title. That's what I said. Andrade's fighting Quigley. Who would you rather see Andrade fight? Jason Quigley, which is no disrespect to Jason Quigley. Obviously, he's earned his own career and he's done what he's done, but I'd rather see Andrade versus Eubank Jr. all day long for a world title. So what's the promoter saying then? The old Sauling bro. What are they? Have they named any fights? Let me know in the comments. What they saying? What you think of Cole Frotch, he's a bit of a freelancer, and he's on all of them. Obviously been on Sky for years. Prince Teddy, I want to see Billy Joe Saunders versus Eubank. I don't know if I do. Look, Eubank is not on top of the middleweight division. If anyone else would like to get on this conversation, he's just not been consistent enough, and he's not fighting the level of opponents that he needs to be fighting to say that. I said this. Anthony Yard's biggest thing when he went up to the world title shot that he didn't have that in-between fight. Eubank fought James DeGale, which is a high-quality opponent. Absolutely an amazing fighter, James DeGale, and then he's going down fighting these sort of level fighters again, and it's like, you need to keep fighting upwards, not going down a level, and he's not on top of the division at the moment. And then you got James Young. I don't think Eubank Jr. is as good as his dad was. Chris Eubank Sr. was great. I said earlier, all the great fights that he was in, some absolute wars, Hall of Fame fighters. He was in there with Nigel Benn, Collins, Joe Calzaghe, and absolutely deserves to be known as a great his dad. But yeah, Eubank's got to be stepping up his opponents, I do believe. But look, he got the win tonight. He couldn't do anything about his opponent give up after 5 rounds. His team pulled him out. So yeah, no, what can you do about that? But yeah, please carry on with the comments. We got here Michael Miller. Cheers, Michael. Really appreciate it. Stay with us all night. Get in the comments, get involved. I'm here for the Sky Sports and Boxer show. Then I'm back at 1:30 for the Zone show. Mikey Garcia, Sandor Martin. So yeah, join us for that. Triple G would laugh at Eubank's lack of power. Look, Triple G, I saw a record earlier on Instagram. I think he's been in 300 and something fights in his career. Don't quote me on the amount, but it was like 358 fights, amateur and pro. He's never been dropped. So you're going to have to come in with some right metal, maybe a couple of planks of wood, and maybe 3 other geezers if you're going to take him out. But look, he's got chin like steel. And yeah, you're going to have to come up with more than what Eubank has shown this evening, definitely, if you're going to beat Triple G. And we've got Joe Randall saying Billy Joe Saunders has one hell of an injury to come back from. That is such a bad place for any boxer to get an injury. Yeah, that will. That injury was bad. It was good to see Billy Joe a couple of weeks ago doing his first interview and looking really good. Looks like the eye didn't look too bad. So hopefully he can get into the ring again next year. If he does, if he doesn't, then he's done. He's a 2-weight world champion, done more than many has. So yeah, if he comes back, he comes back. But yeah, it's a big injury to come back from. But yeah, cheers, Joe. Carry on with the comments. Really appreciate you tonight being on here. Michael Miller also says he won't beat any contender. Look, I said, let me see him in there with Andrade for the world title. Andrade is fighting Jason Quigley for the world title. Would you rather see Eubank Jr, Andrade, Quigley, Andrade? Let's see. But yeah, everyone, thank you for being in the comments. And if you're watching, if you got a second right now, just hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. We really appreciate it. We used to be Pep Talk UK. We've come over now to the Pep Talk Boys YouTube channel. So yeah, please continue your support and come over and help the lads and just get on board with the journey. We're going to bring you some more content coming soon. So yeah, got some more comments coming in. Liam Williams versus Eubank, then maybe Andrade, then Triple G. Look, that's a great fight. That's a great fight. Liam Williams would be a tough fight. We've done a watch along for Liam Williams Andrade. Good competitive fight that was. Nice little tear up. And yeah, Williams versus Eubank is definitely a good fight. That is, yeah, I like that one. That's a great comment. And then we got Prince Teddy coming in here. Love how Eubank didn't want to speak much on what fight he wants, mentioning big fights, and all he had to say was the UK fans want to see Liam Williams. I've heard they're going to try and do Liam Williams Eubank on pay-per-view. what are you guys thinking about that? I don't think that's a pay-per-view fight. Sky would definitely be making an error there. If I was Sky, I would be waiting to maybe next year and get some of these fighters up in the rankings and getting some real heat on them before going for a pay-per-view, because it's going to have to be a big pay-per-view. That's not a big pay-per-view, and you're going to get a lot of criticism, so I wouldn't do that. Also here, we've got another comment. We've got Liam Williams smokes Eubank every day of the week. He's shit. Look, appreciate your opinion, I really do. As we always say on here, it's a fan channel, fan watch along, so get your comments in as well, whatever they are, for Chris Eubank Jr., as it looks like it's going that way with the comments at the moment. Liam Williams versus Eubank Jr. is a 50-50 fight. As I said, it's a tough competitive fight. Liam Williams just come off fighting for a world title, so why not? I think that's the next fight to make, and then the Triple G fight. But everyone, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like the video. Sky Sports Boxer Show. We've still got the Savannah Marshall main event. We've got a couple of local lads in a minute. We've got a heavyweight tear up. We've got Dickinson, I think his name, yeah, Dickinson, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let's get these fights going in a minute. But yeah, please hit that notification bell and subscribe. Pep Talk Boys. We've got some great interviews. The Dean White interview dropped this morning. I've done an interview a couple of days ago with Xavier Miller and fighter K Prosper, which was great. So please check that out. Would really appreciate all your support. We've got Hal Orta saying Usyk versus AJ in Saudi Arabia, 150 million to Matchroom. Could happen. We've seen AJ versus Ruiz there. They've done the rematch. That could be the land of the rematches. So no, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Obviously, for the UK fans, it's great because the time difference works out perfect. So yeah, I'd go with that. I wouldn't mind if it was in Saudi Arabia, I'm being completely honest. Obviously, for fans and that, it's difficult, but these fighters have got to make the most money that they can. It's a short career, and these heavyweights take some shots. So yeah, look, it'd be great wherever it takes place. AJ always does great events. Savannah Marshall on the screen there. I really rate her. I really do. I've followed her since she was in Team GB. So powerful. A big reach for her. She's tall. She's long. She's in them bigger weights. It's hard to get really good opponents in them weights. The big names that are going to bring it. But look, her opponent's going to be hungry. She's going to want to rip that world title away from her. So yeah, get your thoughts on Savannah Marshall in a bit, people. Eubank Jr. needs to do things quick. He's 32. He isn't getting any younger. No, I totally agree. Williams has got to be next. There's no doubt about it. Williams has to be next. That sort of opponent. It can't be anything less than that. If he doesn't fight Williams, it has to be someone in and around that area. Time's not on his side. Obviously, COVID. He's been inactive quite a lot. He needs to speed it up. Honestly, I don't know what. If Jason Quigley could get the fight with Andrade, Eubank Jr. could get that fight. So I don't know why he's not pushing for that, but he needs to be stepping up really soon. Carl Frotch doesn't think Liam Williams is big enough name for Eubank. Is Carl just saying that to be funny? Williams has just come off a world title shot. Who is this guy that Eubank just fought? So you're telling me that the guy that Eubank just fought about 10 minutes ago is a better opponent than Williams? Come on. Cole just says stuff to get a reaction out of people, surely. Liam Williams is more than good enough of an opponent to fight Eubank Jr. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, and I don't like that. Here we go. Michael Miller back in the chat. I don't want to see AJ and Usyk in Saudi. Would love to see it in the Ukraine. Look, I would like to see it anywhere. It's a great fight. As long as the fight gets made and we get to see it again, then I'm happy to see it wherever. If it's in Ukraine, then Usyk deserves that. He's a great heavyweight champion. He was the undisputed cruiserweight champion. He's now the unified heavyweight champion, and he's an all-round nice guy. So yeah, if if that's where the fight is, that's where the fight will be. Virgil Hunter, new trainer AJ. Is that truth? Is that gossip? Is that some first-hand knowledge you got there? How? So yeah, let me know if that's the truth, or is that just your opinion on who you think that AJ should have as his new trainer. And then, have you heard about the Amir Khan crypto fight night? No, Prince Teddy. Why don't you inform us and let us know what you know about that? And yeah, I'd like to know a bit more about that. So if you can put that in the comments, we'd really appreciate that. Yeah, so if you could please hit that subscribe button, Pep Talk Boys, and that notification bell so you can get all the latest notifications when all our videos drop. That would be lovely. Obviously, normally on the watch-alongs, it's normally me and Joe. Joe's doing a gig tonight, so it's just me. Double headline, Sky Sports Boxer, and then at 1:30 I'll be doing the Zone show. So yeah, please get involved. Chris Eubank Jr. won. His opponent got pulled after the 5th round. Same for Huey Fury. So yeah, it wasn't the greatest for the guys tonight, but they got the W's onto bigger and better things. I disagree. Williams is a great fight by Joe Randall. No, totally agree too. I think it's a great fight. Really annoyed me that apparently Cole Froch said that. Why can't he just give props to Liam Williams? Like I said, Liam Williams just challenged for a world title. He took a couple of big knockdowns in that fight against Andrade, and come back and fought his heart out. So, and as I say, the opponent that Chris Eubank just fought just then, who was 28-1 and is retired on his stall in round 5, is he more qualified or better to be in that ring than Liam Williams? I don't think so. So 100%. And God bless you all says, Froch don't like the Welsh. He has issues with Joe Kawasaki. Froch has a big ego and chats crap sometimes. Look, I can echo those words even more than what you just said then. As I just said, Cole Froch sometimes says things. It's that Nottingham banter. I've got family up in that area. That's the sort of banter that they have around there. Obviously, you see Tom Booth. They have some dry sense of humour. So sometimes they just say things just because they say it. Really, they don't really mean it. But yeah, he's always wanted to fight Joe Kawasaki. He's even offered him out recently. So yeah, God bless you all. Appreciate that and carry on getting involved tonight. Thank you. And Eubank Jr. versus Boohoo Andrade co-main event versus Usyk versus Usyk versus AJ2. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that would be good. That would. Yeah, I would take that on that card. Maybe not co-main event. Maybe have 2 or 3 world titles on there. Lawrence Okoli versus Breeders. That's what I'd like to see as a co-main event. Breeders versus Okoli, and then I think AJ Usyk should have 3 or 4 world titles on there. So yeah, that'd be good. Let's catch up with some of these comments, but keep them rolling in, people. Joe Randall says Froch is definitely not a man to pay attention to. He's a very he is a very boring man. And then he says, how are the cards? Yeah, no, all good. The cards are good. It looks like Savannah Marshall's on now. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Haydar, let me know, because on my fight card here, it says that you got Dickinson on there and Robinson. Are they going to be on after this? Are they doing it like Channel 5 style? Because I was looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, my girl's on now, Savannah Marshall. So yeah, so we're getting to that. So Prince Teddy says the 2 biggest cryptocurrency traders had a fight hosted by Amir Khan. Well, I ain't seen that. Let me know. Amir Khan's cousin Abdul Khan made his debut on the card. I didn't see that, but if you got anything, send it over to my Instagram, Prince Teddy. If you're on Instagram or on Twitter, show me some stuff on that. That'd be great. Abdul looks good, says Haydar. We got Pavan, Eli Pavan. Do you think Johnny Fisher can become a future world heavyweight champion? 100%. I think he's definitely one to watch. Obviously, Joe, who does the channel, Joe Pugh with me, he goes down to Mark Tibbs' gym quite a lot, and he speaks to Johnny. So yeah, we're big fans of Johnny Fisher and definitely the Tibbs gym as well. But yeah, Johnny Fisher's definitely one to look out for. Very, very bright future. God bless you all. Says Williams has an injury going into the Andrade fight. Yeah, you never know. Look, he definitely done himself no harm in that fight. He performed really well. So 100%, Liam Williams got my respect that fight, and he's a good fight for Eubank Jr. But here comes Savannah Marshall to the ring. Prince Teddy, all proceeds from the event with donated to American Foundation. That's great stuff. Like to see that charity work being done. And Haydar comes in with the facts as always. Well done, Haydar. Steve Roman and Dixon after the main event. So yeah, I want to see that because it's a heavyweight fight. But yeah, they're throwing on the big dogs here. Peter Fury, Savannah Marshall, Huey Fury holding up the world title, and yeah, so let's get the world title fight popping then, shall we, people? So yeah, so we got. So yeah, we've got the world title fight. Clarissa Shields is watching it. We've had her on the channel before on Pep Talk UK. She's great character for boxing. If you haven't seen it, you can go over to Pep Talk UK and check that out. Some great stuff over there with some great interviews. So look, we'll check that out. Please, everyone who's watching, please subscribe to the channel. Me and Joe, we really appreciate it. Get that notification bell hit as well. You got Qatar want the Tyson Fury AJ after Usyk. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great if they could pay them really big bucks because the guys deserve it. Them two heavyweights from the UK, AJ and Fury. We've always got to back them. We've done a watch along last week. So passionate, like I said, buzzing for 2 days after that victory, and great stuff in the heavyweight division. Thoughts on Sam Jones leaving S-Jam, joining Richard Schaefer's Pro Bellum? Look, I think you asked last week who's could be a good promoter or something like that, or something like that last week in the comments, and I said Sam Jones, and then a day later he's left S-Jam. But good luck to Sam Jones. I think he's a great character. I think he's done great stuff in boxing, and yeah, just good luck to him, and hope he does really well. So yeah, just good stuff there for Sam Jones. On to bigger and better things. Obviously, seen him with Joe Joyce in that. So he's got Johnny Fisher. He's done some really good stuff for boxing. So no, good luck to him, and good luck to Pro Bellum as well, and good luck to Jam and what they continue to do in the future. Heading into promoter game. That's what I said. I said that's what he was going to do. I said he was one future. AJ was at the Virgil Hunter gym yesterday watching Joshua Buatsi train. Yeah, that could mean that he's looking at maybe that. I did hear that he could be looking for some new corner team. But obviously Joshua Buatsi is part of 258 management team as well, so he might just be there on a business terms. But we're going into round one of this world title fight. Savannah Marshall versus Muzeya. And here we go, Savannah Marshall coming out fast, and her opponent's unbeaten. And look, as we saw last week, they're going to be game. They want this world title. But Savannah Marshall can bang. But her opponent is game. Come with some big shots early on. Oh, this is lively. This is lively. Oh, here we go. Yes. This is a tiny little fight at the moment. Both girls trading on the inside. Working her jab, lovely, Muzeya. And she's putting it on Savannah Marshall early here. Oh, lovely big uppercut by Savannah Marshall. These girls are going for it here. Best fight of the night so far already, and we're only in the opening round of the first round. Yeah, this is nice. This is my type of fight. Savannah Marshall on the ropes here. And Muzeya's come for this. I said, didn't I? She's going to be coming for this world title. She's going to be wanting to take this world title away from her. Everyone, get in the comments. What are you thinking about this first round? That was electric. Absolutely electric stuff there. But two ladies. Great opening round. Couple of left hooks there by Savannah Marshall. Comes in with a right uppercut. Then a straight right. Left hook. Right uppercut. Muzeya comes in with a couple of shots of her own last 10 seconds. Oh, they trade again. Oh, they trade again. Yeah, end of round one. That was lovely. That was lovely. Get some comments. God bless you all. For a good fight, Joyce versus White. I think Joyce wins. Two different styles make it interesting. That's a great fight. Look, I don't know who will win that fight, but that is a great fight. Keep with the comments. God bless you all. Joe Randall, class first round. This could be a big challenge for Marshall. Couldn't agree more. I said to you, these girls, after watching last week, seeing Jamie Mitchell take that title from Shannon Courtney, these girls are going to be coming for it. They know that they could change their lives because they could get the rematch and it's another payday. So, yeah, 100%. In America, nobody in America cares about Clarissa Shields or Savannah Marshall. No, Clarissa Shields. So Savannah Marshall versus in the UK. Oh yeah, definitely. That's why they both signed to boxer. That's why Clarissa Shields watching this fight now. They're lining this fight up. So 100%. And Joe Randall comes in with the uppercut was spot on. Yeah, that's why I love the uppercut. The jab and the uppercut, my two favourite shots, Joe. She can definitely bang. 100% correct. And look, we're going into round number 2. And yeah, Muzeya is definitely the aggressor. She's coming in forward. And she's not phased. But I'll tell you what, Savannah Marshall can bang. And that uppercut is nice. But Muzeya's throwing. Oh, they're teeing off on each other. Not quite sure what landed, but I definitely see some shots land. And nice work to the body there by Savannah Marshall. But this is what you want. You want some challenges. You don't want to be just walking through these people. Because if you want the Clarissa Shields fight, you're going to need to show some more to your character. You're going to have to go for a bit of a dip in the fight. You're going to have to go through times when your back's against it. You're going to have to see what you got. And here, Muzeya's coming in with some big shots, but Savannah Marshall again. Use that jab, Savannah. Use your distance and tee off on her. Nice left hook by Savannah Marshall. But look, Muzeya's coming forward, and it's another great round. I think the distance, Savannah's not getting right so far. Just use your jab. Look at your levers. They're long. Work from range. And then come in with them uppercuts and work to the box here. Nice 1-2. Right down the pipe. Right on the chin. Bang on the chin there. And she's coming forward. And this changed the game now. Savannah Marshall. Oh, she's got her wobbled. Beautiful. The ref stops it. Lovely end to the round there. Marshall retains her title. as Joe Randall says, I'll quickly get that in there. She's done. What a vicious end that was. And look, I'm definitely booking that in the schedule. Me and Joe going up to see Peter and the team, Huey and Savannah in the gym, because I love to speak to them guys and get their thoughts. And that was a great second round. What a second round that was. Absolutely fantastic by Savannah Marshall. Last 30 seconds, she started using her range, started using her assets, and there were some big shots. And I told you she can bang. Because look, even though she knocked that opponent out in 2 rounds, that was a game opponent. First round, she put it on her, and 100%. That was a got some comments here. Joe Randall comes in with that was a world-class performance, massive respect to her. And yeah, let's get that Clarissa Shields fight. I wanted someone to put it on her. I wanted someone to, give her a bit of a challenge. You didn't just want to see a 1-round blast out. I know it was a 2nd-round blast out, but wow. When you've got that power, here we go. Left and then a right. That's what changed it. Straight down the pipe. Bang on the chin. Beautiful stuff. And then after that, it was all she wrote. Look at that. Boom. Look, she's got long levers. It reminds me of like a female Klitschko. She could definitely be like that if she used her distance right and used her jab. That was cracking stuff. And we got Michael Miller. I'm an American. Big up to you, Michael. I agree. Shields versus Marshall in the UK. Definitely big fight in the UK. I feel like you could probably sell out an arena there. Not arena, stadium. If you get the right fights on there. Say like, because where she's from, I think she's a Geordie. If I'm correct. They'd come out to St James's Park or somewhere like that for her. You get like a Huey Fury versus like a Philip Herkovich or a someone around that sort of level, Michael Hunter sort of opponent. You could definitely get that. And Michael Miller says, awesome, love her, my favourite female fighter. She's great. You guys, are you looking forward to the new boxing game that's coming down, the Esports Boxing Club? That's going to be amazing. The range of fighters from legends to current to up and coming fighters. I'm buzzing for that. I really am. And the fight with some of these female fighters on there, it will be absolutely fantastic. So definitely agree with that. Look, stay with the comments. Not too sure what's going on. Haydar, let me know in the comments because you're the go-to man. Are they showing the fights on Sky? The Dickinson fight, is that on next? In the comments. Newcastle versus Saudi Arabia, Marshall versus Shields, 100% at St James's Park. Joe Randall, please, my friend, if you got 5 seconds, Google Esports Boxing Club. Mate, it's got everyone on there. Canelo, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. The graphics look unbelievable, but you can fight with people like David Adelaide, Josh Taylor. Mate, anyone. There's like 300 fighters on there. Check it out now. It's unbelievable. Esports Boxing Club. And Joe, also get yourself on Instagram, mate. You need to be on Instagram. Get on Instagram. I can send you loads of stuff. But yeah, Esports Boxing Club. Google it now. Mate, it's going to change the game. It's going to change the game. So, yeah, get involved. But yeah, Marshall wins TKO round 2. Do you want to see the Clarissa Shields fight? I don't even know who else is out there for her to fight in them divisions. She's a bigger weight and it's difficult to get the opponents, as I said. But yeah, what's your thoughts? Sky Boxer. They've had a few unfortunate. Obviously, I want to see Lewis Ritson fight tonight. He hasn't fought. That would have been great to see him fight. They had a couple of postponements on their last show a couple of weeks ago, so it's not been too bad for Sky tonight. I like the mats and the analysts and technology stuff. That looked really good. But yeah, shame about the opponents. The card's not been too bad. It's just good to see the fighters get out, and it just means that these sort of fight, the ring rust fight, they've got out their system, and next they can get onto bigger fights like hopefully Williams for you and Williams, Eubank, and also get involved with Hughie Fury on some big fights as well. And now Savannah Marshall. Look, the crowd's buzzing. I've got it on mute, but I can see that the crowd look like they're buzzing. In the comments, let me know, Prince Teddy, Haydar, Joe, everyone else, Michael Miller, everyone else, let me know what Savannah Marshall and Peter Fury say, if that's all right. And Savannah Marshall versus Leona Muzeya is the main event. Yeah, world title fight because it's in Newcastle where she's from. So, yeah, she was the main event. But there's a couple of other fights after. So, yeah, everyone stay with me. There's a couple of other fights, a couple of local lads. There's a guy making his debut, Dickinson, who is Ben Davison fighter, making his debut. Apparently, he's a really good amateur. So, let's wait for him. And there's a heavyweight fight coming up. We all love a heavyweight scrap, don't we? So, there's a heavyweight scrap coming up as well. So I think that's Robinson versus Barlow. That'd be a good tear up. And Joe Randall just says, mate, I just looked, I need it now. I told you, this game is going to be unreal. It's a game changer, absolutely unreal. And what we're going to do here on Pep Talk, hopefully, we're going to do some live content. Like, we're going to get everyone with the game, do some tournaments, bring some content to you on YouTube and maybe Twitch. And yeah, we want to get an Sports Boxing Club boxing tournament going. So hopefully when the game's going, keep following us and we'll bring that to you. That'll be some good stuff that we can bring to the channel, some competitions and things like that. So yeah, let's get involved. Do you have a PS4? I did, but it broke, but I'll be having a new PS4 hopefully in time. By when the game comes. The game should be coming out maybe early next year or whenever, but no, don't worry, I'll be playing the game. It's coming out on PC first, I think, and then PS4 and Xbox and stuff. But I'll have it no matter what. I'll get it sorted. So, but yeah, as soon as the game's out, it's going to be unbelievable. And Haydar, Esports Boxing Club, great boxing game. Check it out. The fighters, it's got all the legends on there from Jack Dempsey to Muhammad Ali to Deontay Wilder, Fury, Josh Taylor, Canelo. Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins, but then you get people like Sonny Edwards, Dalton Smith, think like Hopi Price, all fighters like that. So I think Johnny Fisher's on there. The game's going to be unbelievable. No, Eddie Hearn's not behind it. Still City's behind it in Sheffield. Ryan Rhodes and all that. Go on Instagram, check them out. Esports Boxing Club or any socials, check them out. Yeah, it's being made in Sheffield in the UK. They've got a studio in LA and also a studio in the UK. So the fighters in America can scan and everything over there. And then all the international fighters can go there and all the UK fighters are doing their stuff over here. So Joe Joyce is on there. Look, we want to have some banging nights behind it here on Pep Talk. We want to have the fights. We're going to do fights like Joe Joyce versus Dillian White. But then you can have classics like Vladimir Klitschko versus Joe Joyce. And look, there's so many fights on there that's going to be made. Just keep following us. We'll get that sorted as soon as it's done. And what will be good is we'll try and get some boxers and some coaches involved as well. So we'll get you fans involved in the tournament, but we'll get you up against some boxers and some coaches, and I'm sure it'll definitely kick off when it happens. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, follow, and look, we'll get this journey going. But there's loads involved in it and that. So I think there's over 300 fighters, but we could do like a legends tournament and mixed tournament where there's legends versus modern day fighters. There's different weights. What's good about the game is that the WBC are behind it. I think the WBA, the IBF, so you can have all the belts are in the games. So you can have belts on the line and stuff like that. Honestly, this game is next level. So yeah, just check it out and let me know what you think. Get in the comments and that. And yeah, let me know what's going on. What's Savannah Marshall and all that saying? What the Clarissa Shield say? Let me know. Rumour has it Daniel Dubois versus Bronze Bomber Wilder. Be a great fight. That's the sort of fights that I'll be having on the new boxing game, the esports boxing game. That's something that I just can't wait for that game. I'm buzzing. Obviously, we're all boxing fans. That's why we all love this. That's why we're watching the boxing tonight. I'm doing the watch along. That's why you guys are with me on the watch along. I just can't wait. We need a decent boxing game, and that's going to be unbelievable. We get on there, get the tournament going, and get some good stuff happening. And it'd be great to get you lot involved as well, because obviously you're a big part of the channel. So yeah, so we've got some more comments coming in here. God bless you all. Cheers for your comments. Heavyweight division is on fire right now. All up and coming fighters as well as top 10. Yeah, no, definitely. Heavyweights are definitely really, really interesting at the moment, especially in Britain. We've got some big, big heavyweights. So yeah, definitely. Zach Wright says, are you staying for the Dickinson fight? Yes, I am. I'm staying for the next 2 fights. So let me know if you're looking forward to that, because Dickinson's been trained by Ben Davison, making his pro debut. And it looks like we've got Kenny Ken in the building.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
Kenny.
As you can imagine, I'm in a different part. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Guys. Can you hear me, Jack? Yeah. Right. I'm in a different part of the world. I'm in a different part of the world, as you can see. And I enjoyed that performance from, like a bit of the boxing. I didn't get this, I was on the road, so I was watching it on devices like iPads and iPhones. Like I said, I saw Huey Fury. Chris Eubank Jr., that's a 5th round stoppage, and Savannah Marshall just being interviewed after a 2nd round stoppage where it was a fight of 2 rounds, isn't it? She's come out, Savannah Marshall's picked her moments, and she's got a stoppage, and she's just having a bit of banter with Carissa Shields at the moment.
Yeah, interesting stuff, Ken. No, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. You're away and you managed to catch some of the fights. It's a bit disappointing, Eubank Jr. and Huey Fury's opponents pulling out, but not really much you can do about that. Savannah Marshall looking very, very powerful.
Look, I think what's happening in terms of the card, it's an infant's card. Like we're just getting to introduce to people. People, the card we had 2 weeks ago, that need a bit of work. But, Sky itself, they've got a new stable, and it's going to just take time, innit? Like for the public to connect with the Boxer series, because at the moment, we've just come off the back of a titanic battle between Fury and Wilder, and then we've had Joshua fight, and we've had an excellent card in Liverpool where we've got established fighters. Not just what I mean by established, I mean fighters are established with the British public. So it was a bit of hard work. The opponents for me weren't great at all. But you've got to fight. The fighters that are in front of you. You can't just think, right, this fighter's not good enough, and you got to make excuses. What you got to do is get them out of there. And, Savannah Marshall got a opponent out of there.
Definitely.
And Chris Jr. did what he had to do. The other day, at this moment of time, they're not going to be people like Chris Jr. and Hughie Fury aren't going to be getting the opponents they want. It's a case where they're going to have to build themselves up on this platform, and then they'll get the big fights. You know what I mean? They're going to have to earn them. Both fighters, Chris Eubank Jr. and Hughie Fury, have been out of action for a bit of a while. They weren't able to get on the rosters for previously under Matchroom. So it's reintroduced themselves to the public.
No, I said the same, Ken. I said it's just to get them back out, get a bit of ring rust off. And Haydar says here that December the 11th, both Shields and Savannah will box in Birmingham and set up a fight with them for 2022. So that'd be good for the UK to see Carissa Shields.
That's exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. What's happening. So Ben Shalom has already mentioned that in the interview with Sky. He's mentioned that they're both going to be on the bill. So yeah, that's something they're going to do. And I think what's happened. I think the face-off and the kind of trash talking is going to be probably more entertaining than their prospective fights on December 11th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you can attain to that into facts of that because we just know that's going to happen. You know, they don't like each other. You know, they haven't made any you know, difference or sounds about not liking each other. You know, they don't like each other. They don't respect each other. I think probably Savannah Marshall has probably a little bit more respect than Clarissa Shields has for her, but Clarissa Shields has no respect for Savannah Marshall. You know what I mean? And it's a fight you want to see, man, because at the end of the day, you've got Savannah Marshall's, you know, I believe she's an upright fighter, and she's got phenomenal power. If the ladies in the chat don't want to say so, she's got man-like power. But one thing about it is that a good boxer beats a big puncher. We've seen it so many times. Because what will happen with the good boxer wears you down with their skills. They throw different shots, and then eventually, once you're what a boxer would do to a good puncher is take away their resistance, and the resistance is over. The big puncher gets knocked out because of it's accumulation, isn't it? You know in football, Man City, they pass you to death to the extent that you're so knackered, you leave yourself open and they knock you out. And I think that's a fascinating fight. Savannah Marshall's a very, very good fighter, but again, her opponents leave a lot to be desired. And she hasn't been in that championship situation. But you know what? There's a thing called kryptonite. Tyson Fury was the world's kryptonite, and maybe Clarissa Shields' kryptonite could be Savannah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like we say, she's the only woman to beat her. You can see on the screen there, you got Spencer Oliver, Gareth A. Davis, Adam Catterall behind Adam Smith, and Matthew Macklin there doing their duty. So it's good to see boys down at the event tonight.
Yeah,
another comment.
But they work for Talk Sport, innit? Talk Sport and Sky, innit? Like Spencer works with Talk Sport alongside Adam Catterall, and Macklin and Adam Smith are doing their duties for Sky. So again, Sky put a lot of money into this, and I think within the new year we'll know whether Boxer have got the right roster that is going to attract fans. Attract fans. We're a given, but at the moment, the casual fans are behind their Medi. So it'll make a lot of sense if Sky could do a deal with Anthony Joshua and Dillian White, because they've got big platforms. But it's a shame that Dillian White's fight is going to be on the Zone as opposed to Sky, which is a big platform. But Sky's lost.
Yeah, but for fans though, Ken. Yeah, but it's the fans' game though, isn't it? Because otherwise we'd be paying £20 on pay-per-view.
Of course,
we've got it another Zone subscription. So for the fans, it's better. I was saying earlier, Ken, that it's good that Eddie went to the Zone, because now it gives us this Boxer and Sky platform for these fights that maybe wasn't getting the opportunities at Matchroom to now headline 100%. and get their chance. And like I said, Huey Fury and Chris Eubank Jr. and even Savannah at Matchroom, it might be 6, 7, 8 months before they got another fight. But now with Boxer, they should get them out as soon as possible. Obviously, Savannah's going to be out in December. I'll get Chris Eubank and Huey out November 20th. They didn't really have much going on tonight. Keep them going, because they need to keep momentum going if they want big world title shots.
I think what you described is all three fighters are introducing themselves to public through a new platform. So it's best, barring injury, to get them out there. You know what I mean? Because as you said before, there's some good fights to add. Good fights out there for them, and also there's going to be good fights out there for for the fighters on the rosters. And we've December.
Ken, while I've got you, what do you think about Carl Froch's comments about he doesn't think Liam Williams is a good enough opponent, name-wise or performance-wise, for Chris Eubank Jr.? I disagree. I think that's a great fight.
I think in terms of like, well, you've got to remember Cole's is a bit of a sensationalist. Cole's just going on his performance where we thought Andre, he fought very well, but I suppose at the highest level he's saying that Liam Williams is basically hasn't done the highest level, but it's a grudge match and it's a bit of a banana skin. I suppose Frotch is saying right. Chris Eubank's really nothing to prove. If he beats Liam Williams, we expect him to do that, but it's a kind of a dangerous fight. And it's probably, Liam Williams is probably in that sort of club that, a lot of us boxing fans put fighters in, we don't need you, camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of like, if Chris
But you need them, though,
Jr.
Ken.
is looking for... What?
You need him for world title fights, though, don't you? You can't go. You can't look.
He's an excellent fight, and
you can't avoid him.
He's talked himself into a big fight, but in terms of like what he'll bring to the table, yeah, he'll bring in a lot of passion. But I just think he's there to be hit. I think Chris Eubank Jr. in terms of those combinations, especially his uppercuts, I can see this being a big stoppage. But again, this is a fight that we would like to see because on this new platform, which is like Boxer, this is going to get put bums on seats. A grudge match, a guy has talked a good game, and let's face it, he acquitted himself pretty well in defeat against Andre. Andre's put him down early in the second round. But he managed to. His inside fighting was very good, very encouraging. So you know what, it's a good fight. I would like to see this fight, but I get where Carl Froch is coming from. He's more talking about we don't need you coming. Plus, he's probably talking about his performances and his loss to Liam Beefy Smith previously, because obviously he's fitting more angle here. He's fought at lighter weight. Liam Beefy Smith's taken care of him. It's not a fight that that Carl Froch will want. But one thing is that Williams is a big puncher and he's a good inside fighter.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's a great fighter. I think he just fought for a world title. Why not fight him? But Ken, are you watching this heavyweight fight that's on next? Have you got one over here?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave you. But I just want to say before I go, obviously we're going to talk in a week, hopefully. But I told you, didn't I, that Dean Wilder has fundamentals. You did that. I told you Dean Wilder wasn't as bad as you thought. Proves, we saw last week number 1, 2 in the heavyweight division. Can't deny it.
Well, I think Usyk's number 2. I'll still put Wilder at number 4, but we'll talk about that next weekend.
Wilder
and we'll discuss it.
The best 2 heavyweights. We'll discuss it. We'll have next week. We'll discuss it, and we'll talk soon. But yeah, let's do what we do best, which is watch fights, big fights. So let's get on with it.
Yes.
I'll speak to you.
All right, then, buddy. Keep safe. Good. That's all right. We're welcome anytime, Ken. Anytime.
Well, I love, like obviously, I'm a passionate Arsenal fan, but God, I love boxing. I really love boxing.
Oh, me
and
too.
When you've got a wife and you see her, you fall in love with your wife all over again. Well, that's how much I felt about boxing when I saw that fight last week. Obviously, the atmosphere.
It took me 2 days to get over it.
Well, the atmosphere of the AJ fight was second to none, and I loved it. But to watch that brutality last week. Although one thing I would say, Jay, they should
like gladiators. Like gladiators back in the day.
They should have pulled Deontay Wilder out in the 9th round. The corner and the doctor have a lot to answer for. But you won't agree with that. You wanted your plan afresh, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted him out gone, mate. I wanted him out clean, mate. And
well, you got what you wanted, didn't you?
No, excuse me.
Best way.
I did. But Ken, I'll let you go because this fight is definitely livening up. And
well, definitely. I'm going to go and watch it as well. I'll speak to you soon. Look after yourself.
You too, Ken. Great to speak to you. And that was
definitely
Kenny Ken there on Pep Talk Boys.
Boxing's always the winner. Always the winner. You know what I mean?
Always the winner.
See you later.
Keep safe, mate. See you later. Bye-bye. And that was Kenny Ken there. Always great to speak to Kenny Ken. And yeah, this fight here, this heavyweight, Robinson versus Ken Barlow. I don't know if it's Ken Barlow, I'm just pulling your leg, but yeah, he's definitely a Barlow. Ivan Drago 2.0, and yeah, definitely looking interesting. But yeah, God bless you all, says Huey Fury, doesn't get the credit he deserves. Last couple of fights have been close and not lost by much, and never been KO'd. Parker, Povetkin, or any other fighters, I agree. Joe Randall, who on earth walks out to the Lion King? I've got it on mute, mate, but who was it? Was it Robinson that come out to that? Was it? Oh my God, her right hand! Oh my God! Oh my God! Wow, the ref calls it off. Wow! Wow! Big Robinson wins with big KO. Round 1. Wow. Schreiser Manizer. Wow. Absolutely knocked him into next week. That was some power, man. Ivan Drago, 0.2. Wow. Get your thoughts into that. Wow. That was beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Kenny Kane just left then. Absolutely. Haydar, how quick was that? Joe Randall, what a bang. Wow. That's what I love. Absolutely. A good old one-punch knockout. That was great. How quick was that? Business. Get him out again next week. Get him out again soon. I want to see him in there. Look, this heavyweight division in Britain, people, is on fire. You got Solomon Dakers, who you saw last week. You've got Johnny Fisher, Nicky Clark. You've got Welsh. You've got Robinson, this guy. That was unreal. That was, yeah, that was. Oh, just caught him with the big right. His legs go under him, Bambi on ice, and that's all she wrote. The referee says, have enough. The guy didn't even get back up. He had his head in his hands, laid on the floor. Reena Young says, wow, that was a quick punch. Well, wow, that was a punch and a half. Very quick, yeah. Very powerful. That was a lovely shot. That was beautiful. I've got this on Sky Sports in the comments. Is the fight's been shown on YouTube all night? That's great for the fans if that's the case. I wasn't too sure tonight. I just thought it was just on the Sky channel. But look, big left hook round the side of the ear, and then he come back with a massive right hook. No defence. Look, Robinson had no defence up, but he just gave it all he had. And look, the legs went. Oh no, it was like Ken Barlow on the cobbles, Rocky all over the place. Like he had about 10 beers, and his legs went underneath him. So. No, not on YouTube. Oh, okay. Didn't know if these 3 fights were on YouTube. No. Oh, excuse me there. Not on YouTube. Better than last week's Sky show. Better than last week's Sky show, in my opinion. Says Haydar. Yeah, this show's been. It's not been. Look, I'll be real with you. After that Fury Wilder, well, it wasn't just Fury Wilder. Let's give credit to the Liverpool show, the Zone and Matchroom card. That was great. You had Shannon Courtney fighting, Cheeseman, Troy Williams with an All British Classic, and then you had Fowler and who was it? Fowler versus Liam Smith. Great fight, great card. And then I bounced into that one with Joe onto the Wilder card, which is great. Frank Sanchez, Efia Jabbar, Kalnacki versus Hellenius, then Wilder versus Fury 3. Mate, I was buzzing for 2 days. So tonight it's just nice to a bit of a chilled one, not as hectic. Just it's like it's not an out. It's just going out. Do you know what I mean? So it's a nice chilled one. It's not a heavy session. So for me, I'm enjoying the nice chilled out, laid back card. Seeing Sky working their magic, seeing how Boxer works with them, seeing these fight because I'm fans of all these fighters. I'm a massive fan of Huey, Savannah, and Peter. Their little team that they've got going. I love the Northeast. They have some great fighters up there. And this Robinson now on the mic looks the deal, fought like he was the deal, and obviously sells numbers and looks the part and fights the part. He can get some big fights in this heavyweight division, as we said. And he's 4-0. He's 31. They're going to speed him up a little bit. But yeah, let's see what's going on in the comments. Joe Randall says, can anyone tell me how old that Robinson is? 31. You got Dixon. You got Zach Wright. Appreciate you, Zach. Dixon fight the one. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm staying with you guys. I want to see Dickinson. Here at Pep Talk, we're all behind amateur fighting, pros who just at the early stage of their career. We love all the grassroots and all that. So yeah, that's why I'm staying on here. I'm not just watching the big fights. I've stayed on to watch Robinson. I'm going to watch Dickinson. We're going to try and get up to the gyms. Me and Joe get to a few more. Joe goes to all the gyms already. He's working his ass off, doing some great stuff. So you can follow Joe on social media and get behind him. He's doing some really, really good stuff at the moment. So yeah, Joe trying to get down to some more gyms. I'm going to get down to some more gyms, do some more Zoom interviews. We're going to get down to some more shows. Please go out and check out Black Flash Promotions on Instagram and all their socials and see what shows they got coming up. And also Black Book Management Promotions. Check out what they're doing. They got a show in 3 weeks' time. If you want tickets for that, go check out Dean White on Instagram and please support the boxing community. So yeah, please get involved. And also Pep Talk Boys. Really appreciate everyone joining me tonight. I love doing these watch-alongs. Been doing them since the start of the year now, and it's one of my favourite things to do. And it's always nice to get the fans involved and interacting with you guys. And obviously on Pep Talk UK, we had a little break, and now we're back again now with the Pep Talk Boys. So please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And get involved. The Pep Talk Army, we will get you back and get you strong again. And yeah, please sub to Pep Talk. Let's get our subs up on Pep Talk UK. We nearly got to 20k. That was our aim for that next challenge for us. We were trying to get to that 20k, but then obviously with the sad, unfortunate news of our man Pro B's, obviously we've retired that channel, and now we're doing Pep Talk Boys to keep the word Pep Talk in the name of boxing. Do you know what I mean? That's what we want. So yeah, everyone please support Pep Talk Boys. Me and Joe, Shaz, Kenny Ken. We've got loads of everyone that used to be on the Pep Talk UK scene as well, who used to support the channel. Always welcome on. Shoei, Benji, Lady Shan. Anyone that was on there before, get involved, and anyone that wants to get involved in the future, you're more than welcome as well. So yeah, please subscribe to the channel. Las Vegas, Leon. I was live. It was nice. Was that what show we? Oh, in Las Vegas. Fire, mate. What an event. What an occasion. I can't put into words what a great fight that was. As I say, check out mine, Joe's reaction last week on our watch along on Pep Talk Boys. Round 3 and round 4 was crazy, and then when he ended him in round 11, I was going absolutely ballistic. And then Zach Wright, appreciate him. Top stuff. No, we appreciate it. Look, I'm on again tonight, 1:30 people. So 1:30, the Zone show. Mikey Garcia versus Sandor Martin. Obviously, Sandor Martin, the European champion, beat our own K Prosper in his last outing. And yeah, can he go on to world levels after this? Mikey Garcia, one of my favourite fighters, multiple world champion. Yeah, so look, I really like Mikey Garcia. I know he lost to Errol Spence last time out, but no, I really, really think he's a good fighter. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. So yeah, join me, Pep Talk Boys, 1:30 for the Zone show. Loads of good up and coming fighters in the United States. Obviously, Las Vegas, Leon, are you going to be watching that tonight? You're going to join me, get involved. That'd be great. And then look, here we go. RS, just sub because why not? Exactly, people, just sub. Hit that sub button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. All the latest interviews, all the watch-alongs, all the lives that we do. you will get that straight away, and look, it helps us out, and we really appreciate it. And like I say, so much stuff in the future that we're looking forward to bringing to you guys. So many more interviews. Try and get down to the live shows. We want to try and get you guys down to the live shows if you can get down there. Interview guys, interview people before and after the shows. We want to try and get that going in the future. We want to go down to all the small hall shows, give them some exposure, get them fighters in the limelight, give them the interviews, and also incoming coaches. We want to get them involved as well. So we want to get everyone involved, boxing in any way that's possible, because look, that's what we love, boxing. And at the end of the day, boxing's winning if there's content out there for you guys to see, and it's good for the fighters and also the coaches and their teams. So yeah, everyone please get involved and subscribe. And then we got Shaz Chowdhury. Look, that's our man. Big up Shaz, a vital part of the team. And look, always a pleasure to hear from Shaz. Pep Talk boys all the way. Let's go. And then we got Haydar. That reaction was comedy. Yeah, last week Fury Wilder. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Lovely. We've got, look, at the moment on Sky, you've got the highlights of the earlier fights on there. Like I say, been some good little tidy dust ups. Just a nice chilled one, isn't it? Nice chilled one. And then looking forward to the late one on the Zone, which is going to be lively. And then also we got here Hal saying Katie Taylor versus Michaela Meyer, which would be a great fight too. Yeah, Katie Taylor, she's an absolute goddess, isn't she? She's the female royalty in boxing for me. She's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, like, get your comments in. I'll be back in one moment. Oh, and I'm back, people. The only difficult thing is when you go solo on these watch-alongs, when you're on for a couple of hours and you need a toilet break. Obviously, you've got no one to hold the fort for you. So yeah, need my double team, my partner, tag team partner, Joe Pugh, back with me. But yeah, he's doing a gig tonight, so hopefully he's had a good gig. He's a great musician, so yeah, it's good to see that he does that. And we got the neutral corner. Love to see the small hall promoter on the scene. Barrett, Wood, Dean, White, and more. Great to see. Yeah, no, it's great. Joe got to see Dean yesterday. Check the interview out on Pep Talk Boys. Just good to see that other little small hall shows and other promoters are coming through, giving these people opportunities. Because look, we just love fighting, and the more we can see, the better. And boxing really, after COVID, really struggled. So let's get these boys and girls out there, and let's have a good old tear up. Let's have it. So yeah, me and Joe trying to get down to some shows. There's a BT show coming up on the 6th of November with some good fights on. Shoei, who's been on the channel many times, great friend of the channel, and someone who I really like and respect. I think he's on the card. He's going to try and get us down there, and that'll be a great show down at BT. So yeah, if you can show your support for the team there, that'd be great. Obviously, I'll put more out on socials when that gets nearer to the time and that. But yeah, these shows and that, we just want to get content for you, because there's so much stories. What me and Joe like, we like the stories behind the fighters, not just seeing them in their fight, and we like the backstories and everything like that. So it'd be great to hear some stories from these up and coming fighters and get into these gyms and get involved. So yeah, keep watching Pep Talk Boys. Subscribe like, and please hit that notification bell. It's me, Jay Alby. Been absolutely loving it tonight. Cole Flotch there on the mic, Savannah Marshall after the relaxing. And I think there's one more fight. It's the one that a lot of people have been interested for, Dickinson. And I'm surprised it's on so late, really. I thought they would have had it on before the main event. But get in the comments, let me know what you're thinking. If you think that this should have been on earlier in the night, if you thought that it's a bit of a weird setup how they've done this. They do it on Channel 5 sometimes, don't they? They don't show you all the fights, or the main event they show you first and then they show you the other fights after. But yeah, apparently he's a really good fighter, Dickinson. I'm pretty sure he is with Ben Davison. I'm not 100%. But just showing you highlights here, Savannah Marshall, some big left hook, big right hook, referee steps in, and that's all she wrote. So yeah, she looked fantastic tonight, Savannah Marshall, absolutely fantastic. And Zacharias, cheers for the thumbs up. If you've been watching the show tonight, anytime you want to get involved, you're welcome to get involved as well. Also, Tom, who's been involved, Jay Daly, if you want to get involved. Yeah, there's loads of people welcome on the channel. Anyone in the comments and that, if you ever want to get involved, got any ideas, hit us up on the socials that are coming across the bottom. Always open to new ideas and that. So yeah, get involved. And yeah, look, we want to bring the Pep Talk Army bigger, better, and push it forward. Keep boxing coming your way, content wise. And yeah, this boxing game, look, we can talk a bit more about that if any of you in the comments are looking forward to that. Joe, let me know what you've read up so far about that. I'm obsessed with reading about the boxing game, to be honest. Haydar, surely you've been on that as well. It's also got coaches on that game as well, people. So it's not just the fighters. You've got coaches on there. You've got promoters on there. Oh, story mode's going to be fantastic. So, yeah, no, it's all good. Just seen as well that Boxstar is looking for some more fighters for that show. They just done that one with James English and all that. What's your thoughts on that? Any of you like that? Neutral Corner says Ben Davison and Sam Jones are with this Dickinson. So yeah, no, it's a good little thing that is. Can't wait to see him fight. I've heard a lot about it. Hopefully they get it going pretty soon, because they're leaving it a little bit late. Obviously we got, oh, that's nice. Chris Eubank Jr. I know a few mixed comments here today. There's a picture of him with his robe on, and he's got another robe on for his brother, because it's his brother's son. As I said earlier, he lost his brother not long ago, and obviously that's not nice for anyone, but it's nice to see that picture. And yeah, look, that's all that matters really at the end of the day, family, and it doesn't really matter what people's opinions are. But yeah, no, it's like this. I like to see that. So good stuff there by Chris Eubank Jr. Got the win. I see also Harlem Eubank got a win earlier as well. So he got a win. I think he was out in Latvia fighting, if I'm correct. So yeah, Harlem Eubank got the win. Neveretti got the win yesterday as well. So that was a good fight that was on. That was a good solid 12 rounds. Caleb Plant looking sharp, ready for his fight with Canelo. I can only see that going one way, to be honest, because well, Canelo's already done a bit of a dodging with him, hasn't he? So we'll see if how that goes. But I've definitely got Canelo getting the upper hand on Caleb Plant. But yeah, Clarissa Shields, very good if she's going to be fighting in December in the UK. I'd like to see that. Bring a bit of an attraction to the UK. She'll probably come over for a few months. She seems like that sort of professional that she'll come over, have a fight, and probably stay for a few months and acclimatise and probably just stay over here for the press and do bits like that. I know she's doing the PFL at the moment. I think she's got a fight pretty soon. So see how that plays out. You never know, she'll get an injury. But no, she can get a fight over the UK. She's another great in the boxing world. Obviously, you've got Katie Taylor, Clarissa Shields up there, Amanda Serrano. So yeah, these fighters I want to see fight regularly. It's not good to see a boxer going over to another combat sport. Me, I don't mind because I'm a massive UFC and MMA fan. So for me, it's great. I know for just pure boxing fans, it's not good for that. But hopefully the fight gets made early next year. And we got another comment here from how Andrade will fight in the UK. They're saying no good promoter for him in America versus Eubank Jr. Yeah, no, that's true. I want to see that fight, Eubank Jr. versus Andrade, definitely, because Andrade's fighting Quigley next. So I definitely think Eubank can make that fight. Apparently, Boxer said they've signed Marku, but Sam Joe said they haven't signed anything yet. What I've been told was that before COVID, Marku was signed with Boxer. He had a one-fight deal, but because of COVID, obviously they couldn't get any fights going. So they agreed that he would fight for Matchroom in the Zone on the reason that when they can get back on doing shows, he had one more fight on his contract. So that's what I'm believed, and I think he's fighting November 20th, if I'm correct. So Marku will be fighting on a Boxer show November 20th. I'm pretty 99% sure that's correct because he had one more fight left on his deal. Haydar can get in the comments. I'm sure he will know, or if anyone else in the comments, let us know. But that's what I believe. When me and Joe spoke, that's what we was talking about. That so yeah, he had one fight in his deal, but they allowed him to fight for Matchroom in the Zone during the COVID period because they could offer that opportunity on the pretense that he would fight again for Boxer. So Albanian Boxer again says, and we really appreciate your support. Get involved in the comments. If you could subscribe to the channel as well and hit that notification bell, would mean a lot to me and the lads. So yeah, get involved then. Probably going to take an easy fight, as I just said. I don't know who he's fighting. Good fight in his last fight. So it could well be. I don't know, but he's got one more fight with Boxer, and I'll presume that he would then go with Matchroom again in the Zone because why not? They're a good team, great promotion, great, and yeah. So and then here we go. We got Catis Y88 get involved, and it says just watch Jay Alby and Joe's reaction to Fury versus Wilder 3. So funny. We'll never get old watching Pep Talk Boys. Yeah, look, as I said earlier, get involved. If you haven't seen it from last week, go check it out on the Pep Talk Boys YouTube channel. Mine and Joe's reaction to the Fury Wilder fight, absolutely brilliant stuff. And thanks for your comment, really appreciate it. And Albanian Boxer comes in with a comment too, saying, you watching the Mikey Garcia fight? Yes. So if you're tuned in now, people, and you want another watch along tonight, I will be back at 1:30 this evening, UK time. It'll be 1:30 in the morning UK time, but I will be back in a couple of hours for the Mikey Garcia Sandor Martin fight. So I'll be at the Zone Matchroom, 1:30 YouTube, Pep Talk Boys. I'll be here. You guys join me. It's been great this evening. I think there's one more fight. They're dragging it out a little bit, to be fair. I don't know what's going on, but they're just showing the Shakur Stevenson fight versus Jamal Herring. We done the Jamal Herring watch along against Cole Frampton early in the year. That would be a good, interesting fight. He performed really well. Obviously, Shakur Stevens hasn't put a foot wrong yet as a professional. So yeah, good fights coming out on Sky. But yeah, we'll be doing the Mikey Garcia fight. Do you know what time the next lots of fights start, mate? From Joe. What fights today? Are you on about the DAZN card tonight? I'll be back on Joe at 1:30 for the DAZN card, Mikey Garcia. But there's some good fights on the undercard. Soto's defending a world title, but there's some good up and coming Americans that are on there. Some tasty little fights. I can't remember on the top of my head. I will get them up before the show later with my notes and that, and I'll let you know before the action starts later. But yeah, there's some good fights on that bill. Loads of up and coming fighters. And Soto's fighting for in a world title fight, and then obviously the main event, Mikey Garcia, my man, multiple weight world champion, and lost to Errol Spence last time. I feel like Errol Spence was too big for him. He dared to be great, went up to another weight class and tried to become world champion again at another weight class. So can't fault that. But going back down in weight, perfect decision, and I think it's going to be a great fight. And Joe Rand, appreciate the kind comments. Great channel, mate. Glad I've started watching. Yeah, we appreciate that you've got involved. And look, we're here all the time, every weekend pretty much. We'll be doing watch-alongs. If we're not doing watch-alongs, we'll be at the fights, getting interviews and stuff like that. So look, we're always trying to get involved, and we're always going to be bringing you something to the channel. There's great interviews as well, as I said. Check them out. One dropped this morning with Dean White. There's going to be one tomorrow on the channel. I might do something tomorrow evening on the channel as well. Maybe you fans want to get involved. I might do a review of the weekend's action. I never know, but we'll see what happens. There's a few things might be going on. I've been speaking to a few fighters and that about coming on and getting involved. So we'll see if anything plans out like that. If it does, that'd be great as well to bring to you guys. But the most important thing is, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like the video as well. That would really mean a lot to me and Joe and Shaz and the guys. We're keeping Pep Talk busy, keeping them in YouTube, keeping it fresh. And yeah, we all love boxing, and boxing's winning at the moment. We had a great fight last week with Fury Wilder, and also on that card, and also a great little card tonight. And just showing Secure Stevens. You sure? Let me know in the comments, Haydar. You sure that Dickinson's coming out? Is he definitely not fought? Because I can't see anything going on at the moment. I can just see Shakur Stevens, and there ain't even going to be anyone left in the arena by the time he comes out to fight, bless him. But yeah, I think this will be a good fight, Shakur Stevens versus Jamal Herring. I think that'll be interesting, to say the least. I think Jamal Herring against Cole Frampton boxed beautiful. Beautiful, and as I say, Shakur Stevens hasn't put a foot wrong as a pro, but he hasn't really been tested either. So we'll see what happens on. But yeah, join us on. We'll be doing a watch along for that. So yeah, tune in. What's your thoughts on Shakur Stevens? What's your thoughts on Jamal Herring? Get in the comments. Let me know. I'd like to thank Davis in action. I really rate Tank. Love watching him fight. A lot of power for a small weight fighter. Future of boxing is the UK, then Gulf region and Las Vegas, LA. The rest in America is death. So yeah, look, it's true. The UK, I've said for years, the UK is the place to be, really, for the live boxing and that. You can't get better than that. Can't get better than the UK. The fans are unbelievable. The passionate fans in the UK just bring it to a whole different level. The only thing missing from the Fury Wilder fight last week was the UK fans. That would have been wild out in Las Vegas, but it don't matter. He got the victory. It was still wild anyway. And yeah, let's get these big fights over in the UK. Surely they can make enough money in these stadiums. I'm sure they can do it. You just got to make stadium fights. That's the thing. But let me know in the comments. It's I'm gonna give it another couple of minutes, and if Dickinson's not coming out, then and he's not on, then I'll end the stream for tonight, and I'll be back at 1:30 for the Mikey Garcia card on DAZN, because obviously I'm gonna get some bits sorted in that. But let me know in the comments. I don't want to go and then it be on, but I don't want to be obviously wasting you guys' time saying waiting for the fight or waiting to see him perform and him not perform. But let me know in the comments. Is Dickinson out tonight? Let me check social media. Let's find out, people. Help me out. Help me out. What's happening? It's just a massive build-up for Jamal Herring versus Shakur Stevens. So I'm in two minds about what's going on. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Let's have a look then. Yeah, can't see anything. Alright, so that was the last battle of the evening. Alright then, people. Just let me know. Does anyone know what the result was for Dickens then? I'm going to go Box Rex and find out. Let me find out. Alright then, people. I think that was the last fight of the night then. Prince Teddy said, please join me at half one for the DAZN Watchalong. Mikey Garcia vs Sandor Martin. I'll be here from 1:30, bringing you all the action and going through all the fights with you. Really appreciate your support tonight, helping me with the watch along. Couldn't have done it without you. And please subscribe. I know I keep saying it, but look, we're on the journey. We're starting again, so we're always going to be pushing for it. We're on the road to some new targets. So yeah, please subscribe. Pep Talk Boys. All our socials at the bottom. It's been great. Really enjoyed it. I'm Jay Alby. Catch me on Instagram. Catch me on Twitter. Oh, and sorry, just before I go there, it says that Prince Teddy says Ben Davis says that they've put him last after the broadcast because he signed with Pro Bellum. Not too sure what is that because he signed with someone that different, but that's what's happened there. But we're going anywhere. And Catus Y88 quickly see what she has to say before we go. Looking forward to the DAZN fight card tonight with you, JLBC at 1:30. Hashtag Pep Talk Boys. Look, that's what we want to support. So yeah, subscribe, like. I'm JLB. Really enjoyed it, and I'll be back at 1:30. And look, Pep Talk Army all the way forward. See you soon. Thank you very much.